You're here, right now. Watching this video isn't just a coincidence. This moment wasn't the result of random scrolling or idle curiosity. No, something far greater has brought you here. Call it fate, divine timing, or the whisper of the universe itself. You were meant to find this message, and you're here because you're ready. Ready for what, you might wonder? You're ready to awaken, to tap into a power that has always been within you, waiting to be unleashed. If you've made it this far, let me tell you, it's no accident. You've entered creator mode. But before we go any further, let's clear something up. Who are they? Is it some hidden force watching your every move, orchestrating your life behind the scenes? Some shadowy figure pulling invisible strings? The truth is far more profound. They aren't external beings, and they're not separate from you. They are the universe itself, the energy flowing through all that has been, all that is, and all that will ever be. That's them. The collective consciousness, the infinite intelligence that powers creation itself. And now, they've chosen you. You're here because it's your time to step into your role as a creator. Creator mode is not just a fancy term or a passing concept, it's a transformation. When you step into creator mode, you stop living life passively, as though it's something happening to you. You stop being a victim of circumstance, reacting to external events and forces. Instead, you become the architect of your reality. You take the reins and begin co-creating with the universe itself. Think about it. How often have you felt like life is dragging you down paths you didn't choose? Like you're stuck on autopilot, following routines and patterns that don't align with your deepest dreams or desires. Those feelings of frustration, of being trapped in a life that doesn't reflect who you are, can be overwhelming. But here's the good news. Creator mode changes everything. The moment you adopt this mindset, you cross a powerful threshold. You gain access to the same energy that drives the stars, moves the tides, and sustains all life. This energy, the creative force of the universe, is now available for you to harness. It's not limited to a chosen few. It's there for anyone willing to embrace it. And when you step into creator mode, you begin to channel this energy in alignment with your intentions. But this shift isn't just a gift, it's a challenge. Creator mode requires more than just wishful thinking. It demands responsibility, focus, and trust. You must take ownership of your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions. This isn't always easy. Stepping into creator mode means letting go of old habits, breaking free from limiting beliefs, and facing your fears head-on. Yet, even as you face these challenges, know this. The universe has been preparing you for this moment all along. Every struggle you've endured, every triumph you've celebrated, every heartbreak that left you reeling, they weren't random. These experiences were shaping you and preparing you for this awakening. They were laying the foundation for you to step fully into your role as a creator. When you understand this, something shifts within you. You start to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities. You begin to approach life with a sense of purpose and empowerment, knowing that every moment, whether joyful or difficult, can be used as fuel for your growth. Creator mode is more than a mindset. It's a way of being. It's an invitation to awaken to your true potential and take part in the infinite dance of creation. The question is, are you ready to accept it? The foundation of creator mode is perception. Most people live with foggy lenses, seeing limitations instead of opportunities. They view obstacles as insurmountable instead of transformative. But stepping into creator mode means flipping that script. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, how can I use this? Every experience you encounter, no matter how challenging, holds the potential to become a powerful tool for growth. Even the moments that seem like failures or setbacks can serve as stepping stones to something greater. When you step into creator mode, you gain a new perspective, one where nothing in your life is wasted. Every triumph, every trial, Every misstep carries valuable lessons, shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Pause for a moment and reflect on your journey. How often do fear or doubt influence your decisions? How often do you hesitate, hold back, or walk away from opportunities because you're afraid of failure or rejection? For many, fear becomes a wall, a force that stops them from taking action. It whispers stories of inadequacy, convincing them to play small. In creator mode, nothing is wasted. Not the pain, not the struggles, and certainly not the failures. Every piece of your journey becomes raw material for building the life you're meant to create. It's not about avoiding challenges, but embracing them as fuel for your growth, purpose, and creativity. Here's the twist. You're not creating in isolation. You're co-creating with the universe. It's a partnership, a dance between your intentions and the energy of all existence. The universe speaks to you in subtle ways, through intuition, synchronicities, and the quiet nudges of inspiration. Have you ever experienced moments where everything seemed to align perfectly? Where the right opportunity or the right person showed up at just the right time? That wasn't luck. It was the universe responding to your energy. When you're in alignment with the flow of the universe, life begins to reflect that harmony back to you. But how can you tell if you're truly in alignment with this flow? The answer is simple. When you're in alignment, things feel effortless. This doesn't mean life becomes devoid of challenges, but rather that you approach those challenges with a sense of calm, clarity, and trust. Instead of feeling stuck, you move forward with ease, knowing that every step is guided by something greater than yourself. In this state, you no longer feel the need to force outcomes or control every detail of your journey. You release the grip of overthinking and let go of the need to know how everything will unfold. Instead, you trust the process because you trust yourself. You understand that the universe is working with you, not against you. This trust creates a powerful feedback loop. The more aligned you are, the more synchronicities you experience. Opportunities seem to flow naturally toward you, and obstacles feel less like barriers and more like temporary stepping stones. Being in alignment isn't about perfection. It's about finding peace within the flow. When you feel this peace, you know you're exactly where you're meant to be, co-creating your reality in harmony with the universe. One of the hardest lessons to embrace in creator mode is learning to let go. Many of us are conditioned to believe that control is the key to success, that if we plan every detail and force reality to conform to our desires, we can achieve anything. But this mindset often leads to frustration, resistance, and burnout. In creator mode, control isn't the goal. Alignment is. You set your intentions with clarity, take inspired action, and then release the need to control the outcome. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means trusting the process. It's the belief that the universe is working with you, even if you can't yet see how everything will unfold. The shift happens when you stop obsessing over the how and instead focus on the why. Why do you want to create what you desire? What is the deeper purpose driving you? When your intentions come from a place of love, authenticity, and service to something greater than yourself, your creative power is magnified. And this is key. When your intentions align with the greater good, your power amplifies. The universe doesn't respond to selfish pursuits or ego-driven goals. But when you create from a place of love, service, and genuine purpose, it will move mountains to support you. What does it truly feel like to be in creator mode? Imagine a state of flow where time melts away. You're so deeply immersed in the act of creating, whether it's a project, a vision, or a new reality, that the outside world fades into the background. In this state, you feel fully alive, completely present, and profoundly connected to something greater than yourself. It's as if you've tapped into an infinite well of energy and inspiration, where every thought and action align perfectly with your purpose. But let's not romanticize it too much. Stepping into creator mode doesn't mean life becomes free of challenges or doubts. You're still human, with all the emotions and uncertainties that come with it. There will be moments when fear whispers in your ear, when doubt clouds your vision, or when the path forward feels hazy. The difference is how you respond. In creator mode, you're equipped with the tools to navigate these moments with grace and resilience. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, you see it for what it truly is, a signal that you're on the brink of growth, stepping into uncharted territory that has the potential to transform you. Fear no longer feels like a barrier. It becomes a companion, one that reminds you that you're moving beyond your comfort zone and into something bigger than you've ever imagined. You face challenges not with dread, but with curiosity and confidence, trusting that they are part of the process, designed to strengthen and refine you. Being in creator mode isn't about perfection or the absence of struggle. It's about embracing the journey with a sense of empowerment, knowing that every step, no matter how uncertain, is leading you closer to your highest potential. The universe doesn't shout or demand your attention. Its messages don't arrive with fanfare or force their way into your consciousness. Instead, the universe speaks softly, in whispers that emerge in moments of stillness and clarity. These subtle signals, a sudden insight, a quiet nudge, or a deep sense of knowing, are always there, waiting to guide you. But here's the challenge. Most people never notice them. Why? Because they're too consumed by the noise of their own minds. Racing thoughts, endless to-do lists, and constant distractions drown out the universe's gentle voice. In the chaos of daily life, the moments when we're truly present, truly still, become rare. To hear the universe's guidance, you must cultivate stillness. This doesn't mean you need to retreat to a mountaintop or spend hours in silent meditation. Stillness can take many forms. A few minutes of mindful breathing, journaling your thoughts, walking in nature, or simply sitting quietly without distractions. The key is to create space for clarity, to allow your mind to settle so that the messages of the universe can rise to the surface. But hearing these messages is only the first step. The most important part is trusting them. Too often, people dismiss their intuition, brushing it off as coincidence or imagination. They second-guess the insights that come to them, letting doubt creep in. In creator mode, doubt is your greatest enemy, and trust is your superpower. When you learn to trust the whispers of the universe, you open yourself to possibilities that logic alone could never uncover. Trust isn't blind faith. It's an inner knowing that the universe is working with you, guiding you towards your highest potential. The more you listen and trust, the more clearly you'll hear, and the more aligned your life will become. Faith is not merely a spiritual concept reserved for certain beliefs or traditions. It is a fundamental cornerstone of creation itself. At its essence, faith is the ability to trust in things unseen, to hold a deep conviction that even when the path ahead seems uncertain, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It is the quiet assurance that there is a higher order guiding your journey, even if you can't yet see how the pieces fit together. In creator mode, faith becomes your anchor. It is what steadies you when doubt begins to creep in, when challenges arise, and when the road ahead feels shrouded in uncertainty. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting that the answers will come when the time is right. It's a choice to believe in the unseen forces of the universe, even in the face of obstacles that might seem overwhelming. Faith doesn't make challenges disappear, but it changes how you face them. Instead of feeling paralyzed by fear or consumed by worry, you approach life with a sense of calm and certainty. Faith reminds you that every setback is temporary, every obstacle is a lesson, and every delay has a purpose. Manifestation is not just about thinking positive thoughts and hoping for the best. It's a deliberate process, a science of aligning your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions with your desires. Every thought you think sends out a vibration, and that vibration attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match its frequency. This principle, often called the law of attraction, explains how your internal world shapes your external reality. However, it's not just about surface-level positivity. Many people misunderstand this, focusing only on thinking happy thoughts while ignoring the deeper layers of their beliefs and emotions. Here's the key. Your thoughts are important, but they're only part of the equation. The universe responds to your energy as a whole. If you're repeating affirmations or visualizing your goals, but deep down you're filled with doubt, fear, or unworthiness, those underlying feelings will dominate your vibration. As a result, you'll attract experiences that reflect those lower energies, even if your conscious mind is focused on positive outcomes. This is why many people struggle with manifestation. They don't address the internal conflicts beneath their desires. To manifest successfully, you need to examine and align your subconscious beliefs. What stories are you telling yourself about what's possible? Do you truly believe you're worthy of what you want? Manifestation isn't just about what you think, it's about how you feel. When your emotions, beliefs, and actions resonate with your desires, you create a powerful frequency that draws them into your reality. The process is as much about clearing inner resistance as it is about projecting outward intention. True manifestation happens when you're in harmony with your desires, both consciously and subconsciously. To manifest consciously, the first step is clarity. You need to be specific about what you want. Vague desires lead to vague results because the universe responds to precision, focus, and intention. Think of it as placing an order at a restaurant. You wouldn't just say, "Bring me some food." You'd describe exactly what you want, trusting it will be delivered. Manifestation works the same way. Take the time to define your desires in detail and be clear about why they matter to you. Once you've clarified your goals, the next step is to embody the feeling of already having them. This is the true secret to manifestation, aligning your emotional state with the reality you want to create. Imagine how you would feel if your desires were already a part of your life. Would you feel joyful, peaceful, abundant, or fulfilled? Generate those emotions now and hold on to them as if your desires are already here. This emotional alignment is what draws your goals into your reality. But here's the catch. You can't fake alignment. If you're struggling to generate these feelings, it's often a sign that deeper inner work is needed. Old fears, limiting beliefs, or doubts might be blocking your energy. Take the time to explore these barriers and release them, whether through reflection, journaling, or healing practices. Clearing these blocks will help you step into the frequency of your desires with authenticity. Remember that manifestation isn't just about thinking and feeling, it's about taking inspired action. When you receive intuitive nudges or guidance, act on them. Trust that the universe will meet you halfway, but you must also move toward your goals with purpose. Manifestation is a partnership between your intention and action, creating the momentum that brings your vision to life. So here's the ultimate question. What are you ready to create? What kind of life are you ready to manifest? The universe is listening. It's ready to co-create with you, to guide and support you every step of the way. But it all begins with a choice. Are you ready to let go of the limitations that no longer serve you? Are you ready to trust the process, step into your power, and embrace the infinite possibilities that await you? This is your moment. This is your awakening. You've been called to this point for a reason. Welcome to Creator Mode. Now go forth and create the life you were always meant to live, a life filled with purpose, joy, and abundance. Thank you for spending this time here with me, for opening your heart and mind to new possibilities. If this message resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. The universe is waiting. Are you ready to take the next step? Let's create together. From the moment of our first breath to the tentative steps of childhood, some of us carry an invisible mark, a subtle yet profound sign of being set apart. It's as if, from the beginning, the Creator had woven a unique thread into the fabric of our lives, scattering clues along the journey to reveal a divine purpose. These clues, often veiled in simplicity, point to a greater mission, a destiny beyond the ordinary. Have you ever felt different, as if you carried a secret even you couldn't fully grasp? This feeling, far from being a burden, may be the first indication that your life has been touched by the divine, preparing you for something extraordinary. While the signs may vary, there is a quiet rhythm to their presence, whispers of the divine that resonate within the depths of our being. Let's explore these signs, those gentle nudges from above that reveal you've been chosen from the very beginning. From an early age, many chosen individuals experience an acute sensitivity to the world around them. It's as if their senses are tuned to a different frequency, picking up subtleties others overlook. Perhaps you remember moments as a child when the world seemed to speak to you in ways you couldn't explain, when a simple sunset stirred something profound in your heart, or when you felt deeply connected to the unseen forces that guide all creation. This heightened awareness often manifests as an extraordinary empathy. You might have felt the emotions of others as if they were your own, even before you fully understood what those feelings meant. These moments of deep connection are not random. They are evidence of a soul attuned to the divine, a heart designed to feel deeply in order to serve profoundly. For some, this awareness emerges through vivid dreams or moments of startling intuition. Perhaps you had dreams that felt more real than reality itself, visions that hinted at the future or provided comfort in moments of fear. These glimpses of the unknown are like threads in a tapestry, drawing you closer to your purpose. Another hallmark of being chosen is an inexplicable yearning to serve, a deep-seated desire to uplift, protect, and comfort others, even from a young age. This innate sense of responsibility often transcends typical childhood behavior, revealing itself in subtle but significant ways. It's as if a quiet voice within compels you to act with kindness and compassion, not out of obligation, but from a place of genuine connection and purpose. These early stirrings of service are not random. They are profound indicators of a divine calling beginning to surface in your life. Perhaps you can recall moments when, without being prompted, you felt an irresistible need to step in and help someone in need. On the playground, you may have been the child who mediated disputes, instinctively understanding the importance of harmony. While others might have shied away, you stood up for the underdog, offering a kind word or defending someone being treated unfairly. These small but significant actions were not just acts of kindness. They were whispers of something greater, a heart aligned with a higher mission. For some, this yearning to serve manifested in a deep connection to nature or animals. Maybe you found joy in nurturing a wounded bird, caring for a stray, or simply marveling at the beauty of creation. You felt an unexplainable sense of responsibility for all living things, as though their well-being was somehow tied to your own. This sensitivity wasn't a weakness. It was a reflection of a soul called to protect and preserve, a glimpse of your capacity to bring healing to a broken world. This call to serve also often extends to emotional and spiritual care. Even as a child, you may have found yourself comforting those in pain, offering words that seem to carry wisdom far beyond your years. You might have been the one people turned to, sensing your quiet strength and ability to listen without judgment. While others might have seen such moments as fleeting, they were profound milestones on your journey, shaping you into someone capable of great compassion and selflessness. These instincts, while seemingly ordinary, carry deep spiritual significance. They are the Creator's way of preparing you for the path ahead, planting seeds of purpose that would grow and flourish with time. This yearning to serve is not a burden. It is a gift, a reflection of the divine love that flows through you, meant to touch the lives of others. As you look back on these moments, consider how they shaped your character and illuminated your path. These early signs are reminders that your life has always been guided by an invisible hand, preparing you for a mission far greater than yourself. Embrace this calling, for it is through service that the light within you shines brightest. Do you remember those moments as a child when talking to God felt as natural as speaking to a dear friend? Perhaps you whispered your hopes, fears, or dreams into the stillness, feeling as though He was right there beside you, listening intently. For some, this relationship was built in quiet moments, like lying under the stars or sitting alone in a room, where the invisible presence of the divine felt almost tangible. These experiences were more than childhood imaginings. They were manifestations of divine love, a quiet reassurance that you were never alone. Perhaps you also experienced unexplainable peace during times of chaos or fear, as if an unseen hand had wrapped you in a protective embrace. Whether during a storm, a family conflict, or moments of loneliness, this peace wasn't just a fleeting feeling, but a profound spiritual connection. It was a reminder of the Creator's ever-present care and the deep bond you shared with Him, even before you fully understood it. Chosen individuals often exhibit a unique spiritual sensitivity from an early age, a deep awareness of the sacred woven into the fabric of everyday life. This sensitivity may have emerged in prayer, where you felt a sense of comfort and closeness that defied words, or in a fascination with sacred stories and teachings. Perhaps you were drawn to tales of faith, courage, and divine intervention, feeling a personal connection to the lessons they carried. For others, this connection to the Creator revealed itself in a natural inclination toward reflection or awe in the presence of creation. Do you recall standing in a forest, on a beach, or even in your backyard and feeling as if the trees, the wind, and the stars were alive with God's presence? This sense of wonder, this overwhelming awareness of something greater, was not accidental. It was a divine breadcrumb, a subtle yet powerful signpost leading you toward your purpose. These moments of spiritual sensitivity, though they may have seemed ordinary at the time, were profound indicators of your unique connection with the Creator. They were gifts, reminders that you were set apart for a greater mission. Even as a child, you may have sensed an invisible thread linking your heart to God's, pulling you towards something extraordinary. As you reflect on these experiences, you may realize they were not coincidences. They were deliberate touches of divine grace, carefully placed to guide you. These moments, no matter how fleeting, were whispers of your calling, encouraging you to trust in the plan the Creator has for your life. In recognizing these signs, you begin to understand the depth of your spiritual journey. They are a reminder that the path you walk has always been illuminated by God's light, a light that grows brighter as you embrace your purpose. Being chosen is not a promise of an easy life. On the contrary, it often means walking a path marked by unique challenges, trials that appear early in life, and shape the person you are destined to become. Those called to a divine mission frequently encounter feelings of being misunderstood, isolated, or out of place. As a child, you may have sensed that you didn't quite fit in, that your thoughts and desires set you apart from your peers, or even your own family. This loneliness, while painful, was not without purpose. It was a part of the Creator's design, preparing you for the weight of a mission that requires both strength and compassion. You may recall moments when you had to draw on reserves of strength you didn't even know you possessed. Perhaps it was during a time of loss, rejection, or struggle, when every instinct told you to give up, yet something deep within compelled you to press on. These trials were not punishments. They were preparations. Like gold refined in fire, these experiences were meant to purify and strengthen your character, revealing the resilience, courage, and empathy required to fulfill your divine purpose. Loneliness often serves as a crucible for those chosen by God. It creates space for reflection, connection with the divine, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. The sense of not belonging teaches you to look beyond the surface, to seek meaning and connection in places others may overlook. It fosters a profound empathy for others who struggle, making you a beacon of hope for those in need. Such challenges also develop resilience, the ability to stand firm in faith and purpose, even when life feels overwhelming. With every obstacle overcome, you grow stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the divine guidance that sustains you. Each victory, no matter how small, is a testament to the Creator's hand at work in your life, shaping you into someone capable of carrying out a mission that transcends your own limitations. Have you ever paused to consider the pattern of these trials in your life? Perhaps they seemed random at the time, yet looking back, you can see how each hardship prepared you for the next, building layer upon layer of strength and understanding. These experiences, though painful, are like tools placed in your hands, tools you'll use to lift others, to heal, to lead, or to inspire. While being chosen comes with unique struggles, it also comes with an abundance of grace. The Creator walks beside you through every trial, providing the strength you need at just the right moment. In those times when you felt like giving up but found the courage to carry on, it wasn't by your own power. It was divine intervention, a reminder that you are never alone. Remember, the challenges you face are not random. They are part of a greater plan, equipping you for the extraordinary purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Embrace them, for they are not barriers but stepping stones, leading you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Many chosen ones can recall moments during their childhood when they felt inexplicably protected, as though an unseen force intervened at just the right moment to shield them from harm. Perhaps you narrowly avoided a dangerous situation, a sudden shift that defied explanation, or felt a calming presence when fear threatened to overwhelm you. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are tangible signs of God's hand at work in your life, evidence of a greater plan unfolding even when you were unaware. Looking back, patterns often emerge where coincidence gives way to divine intention. You may recall the appearance of a kind teacher or mentor during a difficult time, someone whose guidance and care shaped your path in profound ways. Perhaps a book or message landed in your hands unexpectedly, offering clarity or inspiration that resonated deeply within you. Maybe it was a seemingly chance encounter, a conversation with a stranger, or an opportunity that came out of nowhere that changed the trajectory of your life. These events, though they may have seemed ordinary in the moment, were not accidents. They were carefully orchestrated by the Creator to steer you toward your destiny. These moments of divine protection and intervention often serve as turning points. They remind us that, even in our most vulnerable or uncertain times, we are not alone. The Creator's presence is constant, guiding and preserving us in ways we may not fully understand until later. For some, these experiences may be dramatic, being pulled back from danger at the last second or surviving a situation against all odds. For others, they may be quieter, yet no less powerful, like finding solace in unexpected places or feeling a profound sense of peace during a storm. As you reflect on your life, consider these moments not as random blessings but as intentional acts of grace. They are divine breadcrumbs, guiding you step by step toward the purpose you were created to fulfill. Each instance of protection or intervention is a reminder of your unique calling, a reassurance that your life is unfolding according to a divine plan. Take these memories to heart, for they are a testament to the Creator's unfailing love and the extraordinary path set before you. Even when the road ahead feels uncertain, trust that the same hand that protected and guided you in the past continues to do so, leading you closer to your destiny. As chosen individuals grow, they often experience a quiet but powerful resistance to conforming to societal norms. While the world seems intent on pushing everyone into predefined molds, dictating how we should think, act, and live, something deep within you resists this pull. This resistance isn't born of rebellion or defiance, but of a deeper truth, a divine purpose yearning to express itself through your unique path. You may have found yourself feeling different from those around you, as though you were walking a path that others couldn't quite understand. This sense of being out of step with the world may have left you questioning why you didn't fit in, why you saw things differently, or why your heart longed for something more. But this discomfort is not a flaw. It is a sign of your calling. You were not created to follow the crowd, but to lead, to carve a path that others might eventually follow, to be a light where darkness prevails. This inner resistance is a gift, a divine nudge reminding you that you were made for something greater. It challenges you to rise above the noise, to hold fast to your values, and to embrace the unique perspective you bring to the world. While it may feel isolating at times, this separation from the ordinary is what sets you apart for extraordinary purposes. Over time, as you embrace this calling, The discomfort of being different transforms into the courage to stand firm in your purpose. Your light, once hidden, begins to shine brightly, illuminating not only your path but also offering hope and inspiration to those searching for their own. This resistance is a reminder. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to shine. From time to time, chosen individuals experience moments of profound clarity or wisdom that seem to transcend their years. Even as children or young adults, they find themselves speaking or acting in ways that surprise not only those around them, but even themselves. Perhaps you recall a moment when you offered comfort to someone in deep pain, speaking words of encouragement or insight that felt as though they came from a place far beyond your understanding. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are glimpses of divine wisdom working through you, preparing you for the greater mission you are destined to fulfill. You may have encountered situations where others were overwhelmed or confused, yet you found solutions with ease. These moments often come unbidden, a sudden flash of insight, or an intuitive knowing that guides you to the right action. They are reminders of your connection to the Creator, evidence of a wisdom that flows through you, not as a result of study or effort, but as a gift aligned with your divine purpose. These experiences are not just isolated events. They are markers of the unique calling placed upon your life. Each instance of clarity, whether it involved offering advice, solving a problem, or simply being a source of calm in chaos, serves as preparation for the larger mission ahead. They build confidence in your ability to trust the divine guidance within you, encouraging you to lean into your purpose with faith and courage. As you reflect on these moments, recognize them for what they are: signs of the Creator's hand at work in your life. They are gentle affirmations that you are being equipped for something extraordinary, a mission that will require you to channel this divine wisdom for the benefit of others and for the fulfillment of a greater plan. Recognizing the signs of being chosen is an important first step, but it is only the beginning of the journey. The real challenge, and the greatest fulfillment, comes in embracing your calling and allowing it to shape every aspect of your life. This means letting your divine purpose influence your decisions, guide your relationships, and transform your perspective on the world. It requires courage to step into the unknown, humility to recognize that this path is not about personal glory, and an unwavering commitment to live in alignment with the higher purpose for which you were created. The modern world, with its endless distractions and competing values, can make this journey difficult. Social pressures, material pursuits, and the noise of daily life may try to drown out the quiet, persistent voice of the divine within you. It's easy to lose focus when the world seems to pull you in 100 directions at once, tempting you to conform, to compromise, or to abandon your calling altogether. But staying true to your purpose means resisting this noise and remaining anchored in faith. It involves creating space in your life for reflection, prayer, and a deep connection to the Creator. It means choosing integrity when it would be easier to follow the crowd, and holding on to hope when doubt threatens to take over. Embracing your calling doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean your life will have meaning. Each decision rooted in faith, each relationship built on love, and each step taken with purpose becomes part of a greater tapestry, one that reflects the divine plan for your life. By staying true to your path, you shine a light for others, showing that living a life guided by purpose is not only possible, but profoundly transformative. Being chosen is not about achieving perfection but embracing progress. It's a journey of growth, where each step you take toward your divine purpose is a victory worth celebrating. No matter how small the action, a quiet moment of compassion, a word of encouragement offered to someone in need, or a decision to choose love over fear. These acts are reflections of the divine light within you. They are markers of your alignment with the Creator's plan, shining evidence that you are walking the path intended for you. Your imperfections and struggles are not barriers to this journey. They are some of your greatest tools. They allow you to connect with others on a deeply human level, forging bonds through shared experiences of pain, doubt, or failure. These moments of vulnerability, give you the unique ability to offer hope and guidance to those navigating their own challenges. Your scars are not signs of weakness, but testaments to the strength and resilience that divine grace has cultivated within you. As you continue on this journey, remain open to the divine signs and guidance that surround you. These signs may come in many forms: a gentle breeze that stirs your spirit, the comfort of silence in a chaotic moment, or an unexpected encounter that changes your perspective. Even life's twists and turns, the moments that seem random or unplanned, often carry the fingerprints of a greater design. By staying attentive to these whispers of grace, you allow the Creator to guide your steps. Each day becomes an opportunity to grow, to serve, and to shine your light more brightly. Trust that even in your imperfections, you are perfectly equipped for the unique purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Progress, not perfection, is the heartbeat of your journey. You are not alone in your journey. Across the globe, there exists a community of chosen ones, each walking their own unique path, yet united by a shared purpose. While your experiences and calling may be distinct, the challenges, triumphs, and spiritual truths that shape your journey are part of a larger tapestry. Together, we have the power to illuminate a world that often feels overshadowed by fear, doubt, and despair. Through our collective light, we can bring hope, healing, and transformation to the lives we touch. If these words resonate with your heart, consider taking the next step. Share your story, the moments of divine intervention, the struggles that shaped you, and the victories that strengthened your faith. There is immense power in storytelling, in offering your journey as a beacon for others. By sharing, you invite others to recognize the divine threads in their own lives, helping them feel less alone and more connected to a greater purpose. Equally important is the opportunity to connect with those who feel the same divine pull. When we come together, we create a space of encouragement, support, and shared wisdom. This unity strengthens our resolve, making us more resilient in the face of challenges and more effective in fulfilling our mission. Alone, we may feel small and limited, but united, we become a force for change, love, and purpose. Your story matters, and so does your connection to this global community of chosen ones. By stepping forward, you not only deepen your own journey but also inspire others to embrace theirs. Together, we can shine brighter, walk farther, and bring more light to the world. The path is never walked alone, and the strength of many can accomplish what one cannot. Being chosen is both a profound privilege and a meaningful responsibility. It is an invitation to live a life of intention, love, and service, guided by a higher purpose. As you walk this remarkable journey, remember this truth: you were not chosen because of perfection, but because of the unique gifts and experiences that make you perfectly suited to fulfill a purpose only you can accomplish. Embrace your calling wholeheartedly. Let your light shine brightly in a world that is yearning for hope, kindness, and truth. Every step you take, every act of love and service, creates a ripple effect that inspires and uplifts those around you. Trust in the divine within you. It is a powerful force capable of transforming not only your life but the lives of others. If this message has inspired you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join us on this journey of faith, purpose, and growth. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and share your thoughts. Together, we can support and encourage one another on this divine journey. May God's grace guide you and strengthen you in every step of your path. Remember, you are not alone. You are chosen, loved, and called to make a difference. Amen. Have you ever paused to reflect on the impact of your presence? The way a room seems to shift when you walk in? The way eyes naturally turn to you for guidance, comfort, and hope? There is something extraordinary about you, something even you may not fully comprehend. But let me assure you, this is no accident. You have been chosen by God Himself, entrusted with a sacred authority unlike any other. You are a beacon of light, divinely placed in this world to inspire, uplift, and lead. This calling, this light, is not a coincidence. It is your divine purpose. The Bible tells us in Matthew 5:14, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." This scripture encapsulates your role, to shine brightly, offering hope in a world often clouded by darkness. Yet let me ask you, have you fully embraced this calling, or do you sometimes doubt the magnitude of the power that lies within you? Today, let this message awaken something deep within your spirit, affirming that you were made for this. If this resonates with your soul, type Amen or 77 as a declaration of your readiness to embrace this divine role. As you step forward, let the truth of this message settle in your heart. You are not here by chance. You are chosen, empowered, and equipped for a mission that only you can fulfill. The authority you carry is not of earthly origin. It is a sacred gift, a divine mantle carefully woven into your spirit from the moment of your creation. This authority is not random or arbitrary. It is deliberate, purposeful, and profound. It marks you as someone set apart, someone called to lead with intention, inspire meaningful transformation, and radiate light into even the darkest corners of the world. This authority is deeply spiritual, transcending human logic and operating on a level that impacts lives in ways seen and unseen. It carries the power to shift atmospheres, bringing harmony where there was chaos, hope where there was despair, and clarity where confusion once reigned. It is not a tool for self-gain, but a divine instrument entrusted to you to fulfill a purpose far greater than yourself. This authority you possess resonates beyond mere influence. It is a force that cannot be manufactured or replicated, flowing effortlessly through your words, actions, and presence. When you speak, your words carry the weight of wisdom, echoing truths that deeply move and inspire others. Your presence alone brings peace to those around you, offering a sanctuary of calm in turbulent times. And your actions, often quiet and understated, ignite profound change, sparking hope, healing, and renewal in the lives of those you touch. What makes this authority truly extraordinary is that it is not something you must earn or prove. It is not dependent on external validation or worldly measures of success. Rather, it is an intrinsic part of your very identity, as natural to you as the breath you take. People are instinctively drawn to you, often without understanding why. They sense something unique, an aura of calm strength, a light that cuts through darkness, a wisdom that speaks directly to their hearts. They come to you for solace, guidance, and inspiration because they recognize, even if subconsciously, the divine essence that flows through you. In moments of doubt, you may wonder why so much is placed upon your shoulders, but let me assure you, it is no accident. You are not ordinary, nor is the life you are meant to lead. This authority was instilled in you with purpose and precision, designed to equip you for a mission that only you can fulfill. Your wisdom, compassion, and quiet strength make you an anchor in turbulent times, a steady source of hope when others feel lost. The divine authority within you is both a responsibility and a blessing, a light meant not just to illuminate your own path but to guide countless others to a place of peace, purpose, and grace. Trust in this calling. Lean into the authority you carry, knowing that it is divinely placed and eternal. As you embrace it fully, you will come to see the profound ways in which your presence, your words, and your actions transform the world around you. This is your purpose. This is your destiny. Chosen ones, God has blessed you with spiritual gifts that are both unique and profound, manifestations of His divine authority working through you. These gifts are not merely talents or skills. They are sacred tools, entrusted to you for a purpose far greater than yourself. They reveal God's hand in your life, equipping you to fulfill your calling and serve as a vessel of His love, wisdom, and power. Some of you may find yourselves having prophetic dreams or visions, glimpses of divine insight that guide you and offer clarity to those around you. Others may discover that your words carry an unusual weight, bringing healing to the wounded, encouragement to the weary, or a deep sense of peace to those in turmoil. Even your mere presence can be a source of comfort and reassurance, a reflection of God's peace that flows through you. These gifts are not random or coincidental. They are intentional expressions of God's purpose for your life, crafted specifically for the unique mission you have been called to fulfill. They are extensions of His authority, moving through you to touch the lives of others. Each time you offer a word of wisdom, extend compassion, or lend support, you are exercising these divine gifts. In doing so, you are not only meeting the immediate needs of those around you, but also contributing to God's eternal plan, leaving an impact that stretches far beyond what you can see. The Bible speaks to this profound truth in John 15:16. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last. This verse reminds us that you have been deliberately chosen, hand-picked by God for a specific purpose. You are not here by chance, nor are your gifts accidental. They have been given to you so that you might bear fruit, spiritual, lasting fruit that will ripple into eternity. Every act of kindness, every prayer spoken in faith, every moment of guidance you provide is part of this divine mission. However, these gifts are not meant to be sources of pride or personal glory. They are sacred responsibilities, to be carried with humility and gratitude. To embrace them fully, you must recognize their divine origin and use them to glorify God, not yourself. They are not about making you stand out, but about allowing His light to shine through you, illuminating the paths of those in darkness. Embrace these gifts as both a privilege and a responsibility. Let them be a reminder that you are an instrument of God's will, chosen to bring hope, healing, and transformation to the world. Nurture them with prayer, align them with His purpose, and use them boldly yet humbly. In doing so, you fulfill your role as a beacon of His love, spreading His light in ways that will echo throughout eternity. This is your divine calling, and through these gifts, you leave an impact that will endure forever. Have you ever noticed how the atmosphere changes when you walk into a room? Negativity seems to lift, and tension begins to dissolve. Those who harbor ill intentions may find themselves uneasy or retreat entirely when you stand firm. This is not a coincidence or mere happenstance. It is the power of the divine light within you. The darkness, no matter how strong, cannot withstand the light you carry. It recognizes the spiritual authority you hold, and it is forced to yield. This is the manifestation of God's presence within you, a shield of divine protection and purpose that nothing in the spiritual realm can overpower. The enemy, aware of the power you wield, will try to challenge your authority. It may come in the form of doubt, fear, or unexpected resistance from others, but none of this can truly harm you. Remember the promise of Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is God's assurance that while the enemy may attempt to attack, those efforts will ultimately fail. You are divinely shielded, wrapped in a mantle of protection that comes from the highest authority. The forces of darkness may try to disrupt your journey, but they cannot overcome the light you carry, a light that comes directly from God. This authority is more than a blessing. It is a sacred responsibility. It is not given for personal gain, recognition, or power. Instead, it is entrusted to you for the glory of God and the healing of others. Your calling requires you to move with both wisdom and love, exercising discernment in every action and using your gifts to uplift, inspire, and guide. You have been called to be a vessel of God's light, bringing hope to the hopeless, strength to the weary, and clarity to the lost. As Ephesians 6:12 reminds us, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. The authority you carry is not limited to the physical world. It transcends earthly boundaries, reaching into the spiritual realm to combat forces that seek to sow despair, confusion, and division. Even when the impact of your light is not immediately visible, know that your presence is shifting lives and circumstances in ways you may not fully comprehend. Walking in this authority requires you to remain rooted in your faith. Challenges will come. but they are opportunities to strengthen your connection to God and deepen your reliance on Him. In every trial, turn to Him for wisdom, guidance, and protection. Lean on His promises and trust in His plan, knowing that He has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your calling. You are a beacon, chosen to reflect God's glory and carry His light into the world. Stand firm in this truth, knowing that no darkness can overshadow the light within you. As you embrace this divine authority, you will see the profound ways in which your presence brings healing, peace, and transformation to those around you. Being chosen is a profound honor, a divine acknowledgement of your unique purpose in this world. Yet it is also a sacred responsibility, one that carries both blessings and burdens. To be chosen means to carry a light so powerful that it cannot be ignored. It draws people to you, those seeking hope, healing, and inspiration. But it also attracts challenges and opposition. Not everyone will celebrate your light. Some will react with envy, misunderstanding, or even hostility. This is not because of any fault in you, but because your light illuminates things that some are not ready to face. It disrupts the shadows where darkness thrives, and this makes you a threat to forces that seek to keep others in despair. The challenges you face as one who is chosen are a testament to the significance of your calling. Darkness does not challenge what it does not fear. Your light, your purpose, your divine authority. They are powerful enough to unsettle the forces that oppose goodness and truth. When you encounter resistance, remember that it is not about you as an individual, but about the spiritual mission you carry. The enemy seeks to undermine the work God is doing through you, but it cannot prevail. Jesus Himself experienced this, and His words in John 15:18 offer comfort and perspective. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. These words remind you that opposition is not a sign of failure, but an affirmation that you are walking the path God has laid out for you. Just as Jesus endured challenges for the sake of His mission, so too will you face trials as you carry out yours. But take heart, Jesus overcame the world, and through Him, you are equipped to do the same. When challenges arise, lean into the practices that strengthen your connection to God. Prayer is your lifeline, a direct conversation with the One who has called and empowered you. In moments of difficulty, pour out your heart to God, trusting Him to provide the wisdom and strength you need. Meditation allows you to quiet the noise of opposition and reconnect with the peace and clarity that come from God's presence. Your unwavering faith is your anchor, holding you steady as the storms of resistance swirl around you. As you face opposition, resist the urge to retaliate or respond in anger. Your role is not to fight darkness with darkness, but to shine even brighter. Offer compassion and grace, even to those who resist or oppose your light. This does not mean tolerating mistreatment or compromising your boundaries, but it does mean choosing love over resentment. In doing so, you reflect the character of Christ, who responded to His persecutors with forgiveness and mercy. Your light is a divine gift, and no amount of resistance can extinguish it. Stand firm in your authority, knowing that you are divinely protected and supported. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger in your purpose and deepen your reliance on God. Continue to shine boldly, for your light is not only a testament to God's presence in your life, but also a beacon of hope for those still searching for their way. Even the brightest light can feel dimmed at times. Exhaustion, self-doubt, and the heavy responsibility of your calling may leave you feeling depleted, as though your flame is fading. Yet take heart in this unchanging truth. Your light is never extinguished. It is not fragile, nor is it dependent on external circumstances. Like the sun, your divine essence remains constant, even when clouds of weariness or uncertainty obscure it. Though you may not always feel its brilliance, it continues to shine, unwavering in its purpose. In these moments of weariness, turn to God, your source of endless renewal. Let His word remind you of His promise. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He is your strength when you are weak, your comfort when you feel lost, and the spark that reignites your spirit when it seems dimmed. Lean into His presence, allowing Him to restore what has been drained and to refill you with the peace and clarity only He can provide. To nurture your light, embrace practices that draw you closer to God. Prayer is your direct line to Him, a sacred dialogue where you can pour out your heart and receive His guidance. Meditation offers stillness, allowing you to hear His voice more clearly amidst the noise. Time spent in His Word feeds your spirit, reminding you of His promises and aligning your heart with His will. Seek out a community of like-minded souls who walk similar paths. These relationships can be a source of encouragement and strength, their lights merging with yours to create a beacon of hope that transforms not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Together, your lights will shine even brighter, creating a ripple effect of hope and transformation. As a chosen one, you are stepping into a season of extraordinary manifestation, a time when the alignment between your will and God's purpose is bringing your prayers and intentions to life at an accelerated pace. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable are now within your grasp, unfolding with divine timing and precision. This season is not solely about personal gain, but about fulfilling the greater mission God has entrusted to you. The blessings you receive are tools to advance His kingdom, touch lives, and bring hope to others. Proverbs 18:21 reminds us of the profound power of our words. The tongue has the power of life and death. In this season, your words hold even greater influence, carrying the potential to shape reality. Speak life boldly, declare blessings over your journey, and align every action with God's will. Each word spoken in faith is a seed planted in fertile soil, yielding fruit that glorifies God and furthers His purpose. However, this season calls for heightened mindfulness. Guard your thoughts, ensuring they remain aligned with your divine calling. What you focus on will grow, so choose to dwell on what is pure, noble, and purposeful. Gratitude will be your anchor during this time of abundance. By recognizing God as the source of your blessings, you amplify His favor and keep your heart centered on His purpose. As you walk in this divine favor, remember that your blessings are not just for you. Use your platform to uplift others, to speak words that inspire, and to guide those who feel lost back to their connection with God. This season of manifestation is your opportunity to shine brightly, not for your glory, but for His. Let your light lead others toward faith, hope, and renewal. With elevation comes both recognition and resistance, a dual reality that accompanies the path of a chosen one. As you rise into your divine calling, some will see your light and celebrate it, inspired by the hope and guidance you provide. Yet others may feel threatened by your radiance and attempt to diminish it through criticism, envy, or misunderstanding. This is a natural part of your journey, a reflection not of any flaw in you, but of the spiritual significance of your mission. Take heart in this truth. No human opposition can overshadow the divine authority you carry. The power that flows through you is not of this world, but from God Himself. It is eternal, unshakable, and far beyond the reach of earthly resistance. God has equipped you with spiritual tools, prayer to fortify your spirit, discernment to see beyond surface conflicts, and unwavering faith to anchor you in His promises. These are your divine weapons, enabling you to stand firm against any challenge and continue walking in your purpose. When faced with envy or criticism, respond not with frustration, but with compassion. Understand that those who oppose you are often struggling with their own shadows, fears, insecurities, or unhealed wounds. Like Jesus, who prayed for those who persecuted Him, extend grace even to those who resist or misunderstand your light. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. By choosing love over resentment, you reflect the divine love that fuels your mission, turning opposition into an opportunity to showcase God's grace. Remember, your light was never meant to dim in the face of resistance. Let your actions and spirit shine even brighter, rooted in compassion, humility, and divine purpose. Through your example, you can transform even opposition into a testament to the power of God's love. You were created for a purpose far greater than yourself. Your life is a living testament to God's love and power, a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. As Isaiah 60 verse 1 declares, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Embrace this truth with humility and strength, knowing that your journey is divinely orchestrated. Every challenge you face refines your spirit. Every act of kindness fulfills your mission, and every step forward brings you closer to the destiny God has prepared for you. Stand firm in your authority, nurture your light, and walk boldly in faith. The world needs your radiance, your compassion, and your unwavering hope. You are not just a participant in this life, you are a chosen one, a vessel through which God's miracles unfold. If this message has stirred your soul, take a moment to affirm it. Type Amen or 77 in the comments below, and let this be your declaration of faith. Share this message to inspire others, subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content, and continue to shine your light brightly. May God bless you with wisdom, strength, and peace as you walk boldly in your calling. Remember, the best is yet to come. You are chosen. You are loved. You are a light in this world. Chosen ones, what I'm about to share may catch you off guard. But know this: it is no accident that you're encountering this message at this precise moment. God's hand has guided you here because something extraordinary is stirring in your life. A profound transformation is unfolding within you, a shift from merely wanting to having. Yes, you heard that right. Those heartfelt prayers, those deep-seated hopes, and those dreams that once seemed distant are no longer just aspirations floating in the future. They are now stepping into the realm of your reality. This is not just a shift in mindset. It is a deep, spiritual, and energetic realignment. As one of God's chosen, you are about to witness things in your life aligning with such grace and speed that you will be left in awe. However, stepping fully into the blessings that God has prepared for you requires understanding how this shift works. It's about aligning your heart and soul with the divine so you can embrace the fullness of your purpose and desires. If you are truly among the chosen, you will feel drawn to this message. Something deep within your spirit will resonate, confirming that this truth is meant for you. And those who stay until the end, those who hold this truth close, will see their lives change in ways they once only dreamed of. Chosen ones, let's begin this journey by exploring the profound essence of desire. Desire is not just a fleeting wish or a casual thought. It is a sacred awareness of the gap between where you are and where you feel divinely destined to be. This gap is not merely a mental or emotional experience. It is a spiritual realization. Desire is, at its core, a signal from God. It reflects a divine understanding that you were created for more purpose, more growth, and more fulfillment. It is an internal call to step into the extraordinary, to embrace the next chapter of your story. Yet with this call often comes a stirring in the heart, a longing, an ache that something essential is just out of reach. You may be praying for a deeper love, financial provision, career success, or inner peace. Whatever your desire, it represents the sacred tension between your current reality and the divine destiny that awaits you. Desire, if misunderstood, can sometimes overwhelm us. It can fill us with frustration, impatience, or even doubt. But here's the truth: desire is not a burden or a weakness. It is a divine spark, igniting the fires of creation within you. The Bible illustrates this beautifully in the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel. She longed for a child with such intensity that her prayers moved her to the temple, where she poured out her heart to God. Her desire was not a flaw. It was the very force that drew her into a covenant with God. Through her faith, she was blessed with Samuel, who became a prophet. Could your desires be more than mere yearnings? Could they be sacred signals guiding you into deeper alignment with God's divine plan for your life? Consider this. Every frustration, every hope, and every dream planted in your heart may carry a purpose far greater than you currently understand. These feelings may not be random. They could be part of God's intricate design, drawing you closer to the life He has prepared for you. Frustration, while uncomfortable, often serves as a catalyst for growth. It can push you to seek solutions, take bold steps, and lean on God for wisdom and direction. Hope, on the other hand, is a powerful force that keeps your heart anchored, reminding you that the story isn't over and that God is still working behind the scenes. Dreams, those vivid visions of what could be, might be God whispering to your spirit, awakening within you a hunger for the extraordinary life He's designed. Without desire, transformation would remain stagnant. Desire is the spark that ignites change, the holy discontent that calls you out of complacency and into action. It is through your longings that God stirs your soul, reminding you that you were made for more, for greater purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Think of Moses, whose desire to free his people burned so deeply that he left his comfort behind to answer God's call. Or consider Nehemiah, whose frustration over Jerusalem's broken walls propelled him into leadership and restoration. In each case, God used their desires to awaken something profound within them, guiding them to fulfill His plan. So ask yourself, what might God be using your own desires to awaken within you? How might He be using them to refine your character, deepen your faith, and guide you closer to Him? Now let's explore the powerful transformation that occurs when you shift from wanting to having. When you remain in a state of wanting, you inadvertently affirm lack. Each time you say, "I want this," or "I need that," you send a signal that what you desire is beyond your reach. This creates a cycle of longing, where fulfillment feels perpetually out of grasp. The Bible offers us guidance here. In Matthew 6:8, we are reminded, "Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him." When you focus on lack, you overlook the profound truth that God already knows your desires and has a plan for them. But what if, instead of yearning, you believe that your prayers were already answered? Jesus tells us in Mark 11:24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This verse is not merely about asking. It's about embodying a faith so deep and certain that you live as if your desires are already unfolding before you. Faith like this doesn't wait for evidence. It doesn't require visible proof or immediate results. Instead, it stands firm in the conviction that God's promises are true and His timing is perfect. This shift in perspective is transformative. When you move from longing to receiving, you no longer dwell in a mindset of lack or incompleteness. Instead, you embrace the energy of abundance and fulfillment, aligning yourself with God's will and timing. This transformation is not passive. It's a dynamic, active step into your divine role as a co-creator with God. When you truly believe that your prayers are being answered, your actions, thoughts, and emotions begin to align with that belief. You prepare for the blessings, creating space in your heart and life to receive them. When you make this shift, you transform from yearning to believing, unlocks the divine flow of blessings and positions you to receive them fully and joyfully. One of the greatest challenges in life is learning to trust in divine timing. In a fast-paced world that celebrates instant gratification, waiting often feels like a burden too heavy to bear. Delays can stir anxiety, doubts can creep in, and the desire to control outcomes can grow overwhelming. Yet Scripture provides a profound reminder in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. These words invite us to step back and see life from a higher perspective, God's perspective. God's timing is not bound by human expectations or schedules. While we may view waiting as wasted time, He sees it as preparation. Like a master craftsman, God weaves the events of our lives with intricate care, ensuring every moment aligns with His perfect plan. But trusting in that timing requires a shift in mindset. From striving for control to surrendering in faith, when you trust divine timing, you release the need to dictate when or how your hopes and dreams will come to pass. Instead of clinging to anxiety, you embrace peace. Instead of dwelling on doubt, you lean into trust. This surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means acknowledging that God's wisdom far exceeds our own. His delays are not denials, but are often the very moments He uses to shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. Consider the relief that comes when you believe every step, even the setbacks, serves a divine purpose. The closed doors, the unexpected detours, the prolonged seasons of waiting, they are all pieces of a larger puzzle that only God can see. Imagine the freedom of releasing your worries and resting in the assurance that He is never early, never late, but always perfectly on time. So what would happen if you fully embrace this trust? You would find a profound peace that surpasses understanding, a joy that no delay could steal, and a hope that anchors your soul even in uncertain seasons. Trusting divine timing doesn't mean you won't face moments of doubt, but it does mean those moments won't define you. As you wait, remember this: God is not slow in fulfilling His promises. He is purposeful, and in His perfect time, everything will fall into place, not just as you imagined, but infinitely better. Faith is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience, a bridge that spans the gap between where you are and where you long to be. It is more than wishful thinking or fleeting hope. Faith is an active, unshakable conviction that what you desire is not just possible, but already taking shape, even when you cannot yet see it. The Bible captures the essence of faith in Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. These words reveal that faith isn't abstract or intangible. It has substance. It carries weight and power. Faith allows you to embody the feeling of having, even when your physical reality hasn't yet aligned with your vision. When you move in faith, your inner dialogue shifts. Instead of saying, "I hope this happens," you begin to declare, "I believe it is already happening." Faith transforms "I want" into "I have." This shift in mindset is crucial because it aligns your thoughts and emotions with your desires. Your heart begins to rest in assurance, no longer striving out of desperation, but moving forward in trust and confidence. However, faith is not passive. It requires movement. The Apostle James reminds us in James 2:26 that faith without works is dead. True faith compels action, steps that reflect your belief in the unseen. If you truly believe your dreams are on their way, your actions will naturally align with that belief. It may mean preparing for opportunities before they arise, investing time or energy into your goals, or simply showing gratitude in advance for what is yet to come. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. While you cannot immediately see the seed grow, you water it daily, trusting that it will sprout and flourish. Your faith in its growth motivates your actions. You don't just wait passively, you nurture it. Faith in your own life works the same way. It inspires you to take steps, even small ones, that move you closer to your vision. But let's be honest, faith isn't always easy. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep in, whispering questions like, "What if it doesn't happen?" Or, "What if I'm wrong?" In those moments, lean on God's promises. Remember that His timing is perfect and that He rewards those who trust Him completely. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting in the one who does. So what would it look like to walk fully in faith today? Perhaps it's choosing gratitude instead of fear. Perhaps it's taking one bold step toward your goal, even if the path ahead feels unclear. Or perhaps it's simply holding on to the truth that you are not walking this journey alone. Faith is the bridge between your desires and your reality. Cross it with confidence, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. With faith in your heart and actions to match, the impossible becomes possible, and what was once unseen becomes your reality. At the core of manifestation lies a profound truth. Energy shapes reality. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel emits a specific frequency, and that frequency acts as a magnet, drawing experiences into your life. Understanding and mastering this energetic principle can transform how you approach your desires, allowing you to co-create a life aligned with your highest aspirations. When your thoughts and emotions dwell in lack, focusing on what you don't have, what's missing, or what's wrong, you align yourself with the frequency of wanting. This energy perpetuates a cycle of scarcity, reinforcing the very reality you wish to change. The more you feel like you're waiting for abundance, the more you remain in a state of waiting. But when you shift your focus to abundance, what you already have and the blessings that surround you, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. This energetic state naturally attracts blessings, opportunities, and fulfillment. Gratitude plays a central role in this process. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you send a signal to the universe. I am abundant. I am fulfilled. This mindset doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It rewires your energy, shifting your focus from lack to fulfillment and creating space for greater blessings to flow into your life. Take a moment to reflect on the power of gratitude. Consider how your energy changes when you focus on even the smallest joys, a kind word from a loved one, the warmth of the sun on your face, or the fact that you've made it through challenges you once thought insurmountable. These moments of acknowledgement elevate your vibration, aligning you with the energy of abundance. Visualization is another transformative practice in manifestation. When you visualize, you're not simply imagining a distant dream, you are energetically aligning with your desired reality as if it already exists. This goes beyond seeing it with your mind's eye. It involves feeling it with your whole being. Close your eyes and picture yourself living the life you desire. What does it look like? More importantly, what does it feel like? The emotions of joy, peace, and gratitude you generate during visualization send a clear signal to the universe, accelerating the arrival of that reality into your present. It's important to remember that energy is a two-way conversation. While your thoughts and feelings shape your reality, your external environment also influences your energy. Surround yourself with people, experiences, and practices that uplift and inspire you. Make room in your life, physically and emotionally, for the blessings you're manifesting. Manifestation is not magic. It's a partnership between your energy, actions, and the divine flow of the universe. The key is to approach it with faith and intentionality. Trust that as you align your energy with abundance, you are co-creating with God, who desires to see you thrive. So today, choose to elevate your energy. Focus on gratitude for what is, visualize what will be, and trust the divine timing that brings it all together. As you do, you'll find that manifestation is not about chasing blessings. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts them. Resistance often stands as the greatest barrier between us and the life we desire. Whether it comes in the form of doubt, fear, or impatience, resistance blocks the flow of blessings meant for us. It keeps us tethered to a mindset of control, an endless struggle to force outcomes, micromanage details, and hold tightly to how we think things should happen. Yet, the path to true abundance lies not in grasping but in letting go. Surrendering to God's process is not a sign of weakness or giving up. It is an act of profound faith. To surrender is to release the burden of control, trusting that God's plan is far greater than anything we could imagine for ourselves. It is an acknowledgement that while we may plant seeds and nurture them, it is God who causes them to grow. Proverbs 3:5-6 offers a powerful reminder. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. But surrendering is not easy. It requires us to confront the parts of ourselves that fear the unknown. It calls us to let go of the timeline we've created in our minds and the need to control every detail. This act of trust can feel vulnerable, even unsettling. However, it is in this vulnerability that we create space for miracles. Imagine holding a clenched fist, gripping tightly to something you fear losing. In doing so, your hand cannot receive anything new. Now picture opening that fist, releasing control and trusting that something greater is on its way. This is the essence of surrender, making room for God's grace to flow into your life. Resistance often stems from a place of scarcity, a fear that things won't work out, that you'll fall short, or that you're running out of time. But scarcity is a lie that distorts our perspective. God's resources are limitless, and His timing is perfect. When we surrender, we shift from striving to aligning. We stop trying to force blessings and instead position ourselves to receive them. Consider how much lighter life becomes when you stop carrying the weight of needing to figure everything out. Surrender allows you to move from stress to peace, from striving to trusting. It is an invitation to lean into God's promises, to trust that He is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Miracles often occur in the space where we let go. When we release our grip on how things must happen, we give God room to surprise us with His goodness. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means partnering with God, taking inspired action while leaving the outcomes in His hands. As you surrender, you'll find that life flows more freely. The very act of letting go becomes the doorway through which blessings, peace, and miracles enter. In surrender, you align yourself with God's grace, and in that alignment, all things are possible. Chosen ones, you are called to rise above the limitations of your external circumstances and live in the state of having. This is a powerful shift, a divine alignment that acknowledges a truth far greater than what the eyes can see. What you desire is already yours. Living in the state of having means embodying abundance, not as something you hope for in the future, but as a reality that already exists. This is not wishful thinking or empty affirmation. It is a divine truth rooted in your connection to God, who is the source of all abundance. When you embrace this truth, you stop defining yourself by lack or limitations. You no longer let your current circumstances dictate your sense of worth, joy, or possibility. Instead, you anchor yourself in the certainty of your divine inheritance. This internal shift transforms everything. Your thoughts become aligned with gratitude and confidence. Your emotions are rooted in peace and joy, and your actions begin to reflect the person you are becoming, not the person you've been. You act with faith, speak with assurance, and carry yourself with the energy of someone who knows that every desire placed in their heart is already being fulfilled. As you live in this state, blessings flow to you effortlessly. The energy of having is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, aligns you with divine timing, and opens doors you never thought possible. People, resources, and circumstances are drawn to you in ways that feel almost miraculous. This isn't coincidence. It's the natural outcome of aligning yourself with God's abundant flow. Understand this. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you embody. When you step into the state of having, you affirm that you are already whole, already enough, and already worthy of the good things you desire. This truth doesn't just transform your reality, it transforms your spirit. You begin to see yourself as God sees you, blessed, chosen, and overflowing with potential. But stepping into this state requires trust. Trust in God's timing, trust in His provision, and trust in yourself as a co-creator with Him. It requires letting go of the fear, doubt, and impatience that keep you stuck in a state of wanting. Wanting keeps you focused on what you lack. Having focuses on what you are already receiving. The moment you make this shift, your reality begins to transform. Chosen ones, the time is now. You have waited long enough, doubted long enough, and played small long enough. Step into your divine power. Trust that the process is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Know that every desire you hold in faith is already on its way to you. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to affirm it. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and comment below with the words, "I am already abundant," because you are. You are already whole, and the universe, God's divine creation, is ready to shower you with blessings beyond measure. Your shift from wanting to having has begun. Embrace it fully, and watch as your life transforms in ways that are greater than anything you could ask or imagine. Have you ever wondered why, despite your talent, your heart for God, and your unwavering desire to help others, you still face financial struggles? Why does it seem that those handpicked by God often endure hardship while others thrive effortlessly? Is this a punishment, or is there a deeper divine purpose at play? In today's video, we will uncover the profound truth behind why God's chosen ones often face financial difficulties. This revelation will shift your perspective and transform your journey. Stay with me until the end, as we'll conclude with a powerful prayer that can bring blessings and peace into your life. It's entirely natural to feel discouraged when bills mount, opportunities seem scarce, and you feel overlooked in a world that often equates success with material wealth. In such moments, it's easy to wonder if God has turned away. But let me assure you, financial hardship is not a sign of God's absence. On the contrary, it can be a powerful tool in His sovereign hands, used to mold and refine you into the person He has destined you to become. God never allows lack to destroy you. He uses it to develop you. Much like gold refined by fire, your trials are purging impurities and strengthening your faith. Financial struggles often serve as God's crucible, designed to strip away pride, self-reliance, and misplaced priorities, replacing them with endurance, humility, and trust. These seasons of lack are not meant to harm you, but to prepare you for the greater purpose He has set before you. Consider the growth that occurs in adversity. In times of plenty, it's easy to coast on comfort, but it is in hardship that faith deepens, resilience is forged, and character matures. Just as Joseph endured years of betrayal and imprisonment before stepping into his God-ordained role as a leader, so too are you being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. The struggles you face today are not wasted. They are crafting the tools you'll need to fulfill your calling. Trust the process, for God is at work in ways you cannot yet see. These trials are not punishment but preparation, and they are shaping you into a vessel capable of carrying the blessings and responsibilities of your divine assignment. Material wealth, while seemingly desirable, often becomes a crutch, subtly shifting our trust away from God. It lulls us into a false sense of security, making us believe that money can solve all our problems and provide lasting comfort. Society reinforces this illusion, urging us to chase riches as though they are the ultimate source of fulfillment. But as believers, we know a deeper truth. True provision comes not from wealth, but from the hand of God. Take the Israelites in the wilderness as a profound example. They had no stockpiles of riches, no sprawling farms to sustain them, yet they were never abandoned. God provided manna from heaven, their daily sustenance, a miraculous provision that reminded them of their complete dependence on Him. In Deuteronomy 8:3, God declares, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of the Lord." Their reliance on Him was not a sign of weakness but a testament to their faith. Each day they trusted that God would meet their needs, and He never failed. Likewise, financial lack in our lives serves a similar purpose. It forces us to our knees, leading us back to the one who is Jehovah Jireh, our provider. These moments of dependency are not designed to shame us, but to deepen our relationship with God. When we have no earthly wealth to lean on, we are reminded that our true security lies not in the fleeting promises of material abundance, but in the eternal faithfulness of the Lord. In these seasons, we grow closer to Him, learning to trust His timing, His provision, and His plan. Financial struggles become a sacred opportunity to experience His sustaining power and develop a faith that rests solely in Him. Money has a unique way of exposing the true motives of the heart. It challenges us to ask difficult questions. Are we serving God, or have we unwittingly become servants of wealth? Are we driven by a desire for financial security, or are we passionately pursuing God's will for our lives? These are questions that every believer must confront, especially in times of financial struggle. Jesus speaks directly to this tension in Matthew 6:24, declaring, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." His words are a stark reminder that wealth is not just a tool, it's also a test. It reveals whether our hearts are aligned with God's purposes or entangled in the pursuit of worldly gain. Financial hardship, though painful, can serve as God's refining fire, purging our hearts of pride, greed, and self-reliance. These seasons force us to examine where our trust lies and to recommit ourselves to a life centered on Him. God uses these moments not to punish but to prepare. He is shaping us into faithful stewards who will handle future blessings with integrity and purpose. When resources are scarce, our faith is tested. Will we remain faithful to God's calling even when it doesn't come with financial ease? Will we cling to Him, trusting in His provision, or will we falter in fear and doubt? When blessings finally come, God desires that we use them for His glory and to bless others. He is not interested in building our comfort, but in building His kingdom through us. By allowing financial struggles, He ensures that when the abundance arrives, we will steward it wisely, not for selfish gain, but as vessels of generosity and tools to further His purposes on earth. Wealth, while often viewed as a blessing, can also be a burden when given prematurely. Without the character and maturity to manage it wisely, wealth can lead to downfall rather than fulfillment. The story of the prodigal son in Luke 15:11-32 illustrates this truth vividly. The younger son demanded his inheritance before he was ready, and lacking the wisdom and discipline to steward it, he squandered it in reckless living. What should have been a blessing became a curse because he lacked the maturity to handle its weight. Likewise, God in His infinite wisdom may withhold financial abundance in your life, not to punish you, but to protect and prepare you. He knows the dangers of too much wealth too soon. It can breed pride, greed, and a false sense of self-reliance. Instead of drawing you closer to Him, it can pull you away, entangling you in the distractions of materialism. This season of financial lack is not wasted. It's a season of growth. God is cultivating in you the spiritual maturity necessary to handle wealth without corruption. He's teaching you humility, showing you the value of responsibility, and imparting the wisdom needed to see money not as a source of personal indulgence, but as a powerful tool for kingdom work. Through this process, He's shaping you into a steward who can be trusted with His resources. God is not denying your blessing. In fact, He's preparing you for something far greater. When the time comes and the blessings flow, you'll be equipped to use them for His glory, to advance His kingdom, bless others, and manage your resources in alignment with His will. Trust this process of preparation, for it is setting the foundation for the abundance to come. Financial struggles can often have a spiritual dimension, stemming not from natural causes alone, but from active opposition in the unseen realm. The enemy recognizes your God-given potential, your ability to bless others, to break generational cycles of poverty, and to use resources to advance the kingdom of God. He knows that financial freedom in your hands could mean a greater impact for Christ, and so he works tirelessly to create obstacles and resistance. Ephesians 6:12 reveals the reality of this battle. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Your financial struggles are not always a sign of failure or poor decisions. They can be evidence of spiritual warfare, a direct attack meant to hinder you from fulfilling your divine purpose. The enemy's tactics are clear. He seeks to instill doubt, fear, and discouragement, hoping to weaken your faith and divert your focus from God's promises. He aims to choke the flow of resources so that you feel unable to move forward in your calling. Yet, as believers, we know that the enemy's efforts are futile. Greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. Take heart and stand firm in the knowledge that God is with you. Financial resistance may feel overwhelming, but it is also a sign of your significance in the kingdom of God. Through Christ, your victory is already secured. Use this season of struggle to deepen your faith, fortify your prayer life, and declare God's promises over your finances. Your breakthrough is not only possible, it is inevitable through the power of Jesus Christ. In times of financial hardship, it's easy to feel disheartened, wondering why God has allowed such struggles into your life. But rest assured, your current season of difficulty is not without purpose. Just as David spent years tending sheep in obscurity before ascending to the throne, and Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before ruling in Egypt, your struggles are a divine preparation for something greater. Romans 5:3-4 reminds us of this process. We glory in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. These verses reveal the beauty hidden within trials. Through suffering, God is producing in you the perseverance to endure, the character to lead, and the hope that anchors your soul. Every challenge, every closed door, and every unmet need is shaping you into the vessel God requires for His purpose. This season is not about punishment, it's about transformation. Financial hardships are molding your character, teaching you the value of humility, discipline, and trust. They are sharpening your faith, forcing you to rely not on your own strength but on God's unfailing provision. In these moments, your dependence on Him grows deeper and your vision becomes clearer. Do not despise the process. Though it may be painful, it is necessary. Just as gold is refined in fire, you are being refined to reflect God's glory. These trials are crafting you into someone capable of carrying the weight of the blessings and responsibilities God has planned for your future. Trust the process, for it is preparing you to step into a purpose far greater than you can imagine, one that will glorify God and bless others. Proverbs 16:18 offers a sobering truth. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. God, in His infinite wisdom, understands the dangers that wealth can bring into our lives. While financial abundance can be a blessing, it also carries with it the risk of pride, greed, and a sense of self-reliance that can pull us away from our dependence on Him. God, who sees the end from the beginning, knows what is best for us, and in His mercy, He may choose to withhold financial blessings to safeguard our souls. Wealth has a way of whispering false promises. It lures us with the illusion of self-sufficiency, convincing us that we no longer need to rely on God. It can subtly shift our priorities, leading us to place our trust in material possessions rather than the one who provides all things. Left unchecked, this false security can blind us to our spiritual needs and lead us down a path of spiritual decline. God's withholding of financial abundance is not a punishment. It is an act of love. He is not denying you blessings. He is preparing and protecting you. Before He releases greater resources into your hands, He ensures that your spirit is fortified, your character is refined, and your heart remains aligned with His purpose. This period of waiting is a time of preparation, where God works to ensure that the blessings He entrusts to you will not lead to destruction but will instead be used for His glory. Trust that God's timing is perfect. He is safeguarding you from the very dangers that unchecked wealth can bring, ensuring that when the time comes, you will handle His blessings responsibly and remain steadfast in your reliance on Him. Financial lack can be one of God's most effective tools for redirecting your priorities. In a world that constantly measures success by wealth and possessions, it's easy to get caught up in chasing material gain. But Colossians 3:2 offers a clear reminder of where our focus should lie. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Sometimes God uses seasons of financial difficulty to shift our gaze from the temporary to the eternal, from worldly success to kingdom significance. When money is abundant, it's natural to drift toward material pursuits. Comfort and ease can subtly pull us away from seeking God's will, as our focus often shifts to acquiring more or maintaining what we have. But when the flow of resources stops, the distractions of wealth fade away, and our vision clears. In these moments, God gently redirects our hearts toward what truly matters, our relationship with Him and the divine calling He has placed on our lives. Financial struggles are often a divine invitation to step into something greater. God may be using this time to draw you into deeper ministry, greater acts of service, or a purpose that transcends monetary gain. He is refining your priorities, teaching you to value eternal rewards over fleeting earthly treasures. These struggles can become a sacred opportunity to realign your life with His will, ensuring that your heart is set on things above. Though this season may feel challenging, trust that God is at work. He is clearing the path for you to focus on your calling, to serve others, and to build treasures in heaven rather than on earth. Allow this time of lack to realign your heart with God's eternal purposes, trusting that He is preparing you for something far greater than material wealth. Financial hardship serves a purpose far greater than our immediate understanding. It cultivates empathy and compassion for others. 2 Corinthians 1:4 reminds us of this truth. God comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Your struggles are not just about you, they are shaping you to be a source of comfort and hope for others facing similar challenges. Walking through seasons of financial difficulty gives you a first-hand understanding of the stress, uncertainty, and vulnerability that come with lack. You begin to relate deeply to the pain of unpaid bills, the anxiety of stretching resources, and the weight of making ends meet. These experiences soften your heart, teaching you to see others not with judgment but with compassion. When God blesses you with abundance, those moments of struggle will not be forgotten. Instead, they will inspire you to extend generosity and kindness to others in need. You will become a vessel of God's love, using your blessings to uplift and encourage those still in their season of lack. Financial hardship, though difficult, is preparing you to be a light to others, a reflection of God's comfort and provision. You may be facing financial struggles because God has called you to be a cycle breaker, a chosen vessel to end generational patterns of poverty and lack. This is no small task, but it is a sacred calling. Galatians 3:13 reminds us that Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law, offering freedom from every bondage. Yet, breaking free from these patterns often requires enduring and overcoming the very struggles you are called to dismantle. The financial challenges you face are not a sign of failure, but of divine purpose. God is using your experiences to shape you into someone who not only breaks free from these cycles, but also establishes new patterns of stewardship, wisdom, and faith. Through this process, you are gaining the tools and insights needed to create a legacy of financial freedom and provision for your family and future generations. Your struggles are not in vain. They are paving the way for those who come after you to walk in the blessings of abundance without the weight of past burdens. Trust that God is equipping you to be the one who transforms your family's story, replacing cycles of lack with a legacy of faith, provision, and divine favor. 1 Peter 1:6-7 declares, "These trials have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, may result in praise, glory, and honor." This verse reminds us that trials, though painful, serve a divine purpose. Financial struggles in particular strip away our reliance on worldly resources and redirect our trust to the only true source of provision, God. When the comforts and securities of material wealth are removed, we are left to confront where our true faith lies. These moments of lack challenge us to turn to God with a deeper dependence, seeking Him as our provider and sustainer. As we walk through these trials, our faith is refined, much like gold is purified in fire, removing impurities and revealing its true value. This process not only strengthens your trust in God, but also sharpens your spiritual focus. You begin to see what truly matters, not wealth or possessions, but your relationship with the one who holds all things in His hands. Financial trials are not meant to harm you, but to prepare you for greater spiritual growth, ensuring your faith emerges stronger and more genuine, ultimately bringing glory and honor to God. Ecclesiastes 3:11 reminds us of a profound truth. He has made everything beautiful in its time. In seasons of waiting and financial struggle, it can be tempting to feel forgotten or question God's plans, but His delays are never denials. Instead, they are part of a divine process of preparation and alignment. ensuring that when the blessing comes, it will be far greater than you imagined. God's timing is perfect, even when it feels slow to us. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating the right connections, creating the ideal opportunities, and setting the stage for your breakthrough. What may seem like stagnation is actually divine preparation. Every delay has a purpose, refining your character, strengthening your faith, and ensuring that you are ready to handle the abundance He has planned for you. Trust in God's timing, for when the appointed moment arrives, the blessings will not just meet your expectations, they will exceed them. Your breakthrough will be undeniable, a testament to His faithfulness and perfect plan. Be patient in the waiting, knowing that God is never late and that His timing will make everything in your life truly beautiful. 2 Corinthians 5:7 declares, "We walk by faith, not by sight." This powerful verse serves as a guiding light, especially during financial struggles. When resources are scarce and solutions seem out of reach, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed by what your eyes see. Yet God calls us to trust not in the visible, but in His unseen provision. Financial hardships challenge us to let go of the illusion of control and lean entirely on God's promises. They teach us to believe in what we cannot yet see, a God who provides, sustains, and leads us through every trial. This kind of faith transcends circumstances. It's a faith that grows stronger in the face of uncertainty, rooted not in what the world offers, but in the unshakable truth of who God is. Walking by faith means trusting that even when your bank account is empty, heaven's storehouses are full. It means believing that God is working all things for your good, even when the path ahead is unclear. These struggles are not meant to weaken you, but to cultivate a resilient faith that endures beyond challenges, deepening your reliance on the one who never fails. If you've misused the blessings God has provided in the past, it's possible that your current season of financial struggle is His way of teaching you the critical value of stewardship. Luke 16:10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." This verse highlights a profound truth. God desires for us to be faithful in managing what we already have before He entrusts us with greater abundance. This season is not about punishment, it's about preparation. Perhaps in the past, resources were squandered, opportunities were missed, or priorities were misaligned. God, in His mercy, uses seasons of lack to help us reflect, learn, and grow. It's a time to evaluate your habits, reset your priorities, and develop the discipline and wisdom required to steward future blessings effectively. Through this process, God is shaping you into a responsible and faithful steward, someone who can handle abundance without being consumed by it. He's teaching you to honor Him with your resources, to plan wisely, and to give generously. Embrace this season as a divine reset, knowing that when the time comes, you'll be ready to handle His blessings in a way that glorifies Him and serves His purposes. Philippians 4:12-13 offers a timeless lesson in resilience and faith. "I have learned the secret of being content in every situation. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." The Apostle Paul's words remind us that contentment is not tied to external circumstances, but rooted in our relationship with Christ. This truth becomes especially clear during seasons of financial struggle. When resources are limited, the allure of wealth as a source of happiness fades. Financial challenges strip away the distractions of material pursuits and reveal where true joy and peace can be found. In Christ alone. Money may provide temporary comfort, but it cannot fill the deepest needs of your soul. Only a relationship with Jesus can offer the enduring fulfillment, strength, and hope that we all long for. These struggles are a sacred opportunity to deepen your faith and shift your focus from temporary treasures to eternal truths. They teach you to trust in God's provision, to rest in His promises, and to find satisfaction in His presence. As you draw closer to Christ, you'll discover that contentment doesn't come from what you have, but from knowing who He is. This is the secret to lasting peace, even in the midst of lack. Sometimes, seasons of financial struggle are not an accident, but a temporary and necessary part of your divine calling. Matthew 6:33 reminds us, "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This verse challenges us to prioritize God's purpose above all else, trusting that he will provide for our needs in his perfect timing. Your calling may not immediately lead to financial abundance. In fact, it may require sacrifice, patience, and faith as you pursue the work God has set before you. Whether it's ministry, missions, or a purpose-driven career, the rewards of your obedience may not always be material. Yet, the eternal impact of following God's will far outweighs any temporary hardship. God is using this time to align your heart with his priorities. He's teaching you to rely on him fully and to trust that his provision will come when the time is right. While the world measures success in dollars and possessions, your divine purpose transcends earthly wealth. The seeds you plant in obedience today will yield eternal rewards that cannot be measured. Embrace this season, knowing that God's plans are greater and his timing is perfect. Let us end with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we trust your perfect plan. Though we face struggles, we know you are using them to refine us and draw us closer to you. Help us to rely on you, to grow in wisdom, and to walk by faith. We trust your timing and thank you for the blessings to come. In Jesus' name, amen. Trust that God is preparing you for greater things. Your financial struggles are not the end. They are the foundation for a future filled with purpose, abundance, and blessings. They look at you, eyes wide, a blend of awe and disbelief etched across their faces as if seeing you for the first time. It is a moment frozen in time, a realization that cuts through their assumptions like lightning illuminating a darkened sky. They had only seen glimpses of who you were, snapshots painted with your gentle smile and the warmth that surrounded you. To them, you were a haven, a steady light in a turbulent world. But they missed what lay beneath, the fierce, unyielding storm woven into your very being. They saw kindness and mistook it for submission, the calmness in your gaze for compliance. Yet now, as the truth begins to unfurl before them, they see the power that was always there, pulsing quietly beneath the surface. This power was not the kind that clamored for attention or reveled in its own strength. It was subtle, profound, a strength born not from showmanship but from survival, forged through trials that few could fathom. This revelation shakes them. They are confronted by the truth they never expected, that beneath the serenity, you are more than a source of comfort. You are the embodiment of resilience itself. You are an earth angel, the very breath of cosmic force in human form, an enigma whose light holds both healing warmth and purifying fire. The light you carry is not fragile. It is forged from realms unknown, steeped in the wisdom of worlds beyond this one. It has faced shadows and emerged intact, demanding more than superficial kindness. It demands justice, unwavering and absolute. They had always seen you as the embodiment of kindness, gentle, dependable, a source of unwavering comfort. You were the one who listened without judgment, offered support without expecting anything in return, and met challenges with a calm that others took for granted. In their eyes, this was all you were, a soft presence, easy to approach, easy to overlook. What they never realized was that beneath this serene exterior lay a profound strength, a resilience forged not in moments of ease but in trials unseen by most. Their mistake was assuming that your quietness was passivity, that your patience was compliance. They missed the truth that choosing kindness in a world often harsh requires immense strength. They mistook your empathy for weakness, failing to see that it was a conscious choice, born of inner power rather than naivety. True strength, as you knew, does not always announce itself with noise. It often resides in silence, in the steady gaze that holds firm when storms arise. The moments that challenged their perception came subtly at first. A firm word when boundaries were crossed, an unyielding stance when confronted with injustice. These glimpses of your strength unsettled them, yet they pushed aside their discomfort. clinging to their perception of you as compliant and benign. It wasn't until adversity struck that they saw the truth, a revelation that left them silent. While others wavered, you remained steady. When the ground beneath them crumbled, you stood, not with dramatic flair, but with a calm resolve that spoke volumes. Your strength wasn't about overpowering others. It was about standing tall in your convictions, even when faced with doubt or challenge. They came to understand that your patience was not submission, but a deliberate act of defiance against the noise and chaos of the world. You were not just kind, you were unbreakable, a force tempered through moments that demanded everything of you. This realization shifted their view, peeling back the illusion that strength must be loud and aggressive. They saw now that true power could exist in quiet determination, in actions that need no audience. The softness they had dismissed as weakness was, in fact, the manifestation of an inner flame that chose peace but was prepared to stand as an unmovable force when necessary. It was humbling for them, this new understanding. The kindness they had once taken as a sign of docility now stood as proof of resilience. The quiet you embodied was no longer seen as mere gentleness, but as strength in its purest form. They finally realized that the most formidable power wasn't the one that shouted for attention, but the one that remained steady, anchored in truth. You were not just a comfort, you were a force of nature, one they could no longer overlook. Your strength was not born in the comfort of easy days or the lull of smooth paths. It was forged in the fires of trials, moments when the world seemed determined to test the very fabric of your being. Your journey was marked by trials both personal and profound, challenges that exposed not just your vulnerabilities, but also the unyielding resilience within you. It was in the silences of your deepest struggles, away from the eyes of others, that your true nature revealed itself. There were times when life weighed so heavily that the air itself felt like an unmovable wall pressing against you. Moments when you stood at the precipice of despair, forced to choose between surrender and survival. These were not mere tests of will. They were cosmic trials that shaped you into something more. You emerged from them not hardened by bitterness, but fortified by understanding, carrying the wisdom that comes only from standing face to face with the abyss and choosing to rise. These experiences became the bedrock of your strength, a quiet and enduring power that didn't need to announce itself. When others saw only your calm exterior, they missed the storms you had weathered, the inner fire that had kept you warm and unwavering in the coldest moments. This fire wasn't kindled by anger or driven by the desire for vengeance. It was nurtured by something far deeper, a connection to realms beyond what the eyes can see, an unbreakable tie to a divine truth. This divine connection was not a sudden revelation, but a knowing that grew within you over time, like roots reaching into sacred soil. It was in moments of stillness, when the noise of the world receded, and you were left with nothing but your own heartbeat, that you felt it most profoundly. A pulse of light, ancient and endless, guiding you through the dark. It was not a power for show or dominion, but a presence that held the weight of justice, demanding integrity and truth in all things. You came to understand that this connection was your source of light and strength, a force that chose you not because you were without fear or doubt, but because you stood firm in spite of them. It was an energy that flowed through you, one that could soothe and protect, but also rise to defend with unyielding force when the moment called for it. Unlike the chaotic energy that seeks destruction, yours was a power of preservation and righteous protection. It sought not to break down, but to build, not to silence, but to reveal. When tested, this power within you did not erupt in fits of fury, but rose with a steady and unassailable might. It was justice not for the sake of retribution, but for the sake of balance, a force that righted what was wrong not through vengeance, but through unwavering truth. You were not here to wield this strength recklessly. It was a gift meant to guard and to uplift, a light that exposed deception and cast away shadows without hesitation. You understood that true power was not in overpowering others or seeking glory, but in standing rooted, aligned with a purpose beyond the small confines of the everyday. This power was sacred, drawn from a realm where justice is not a word but a living force, ever present and unbending. It guided you, whispering truths that only the soul could hear, truths that compelled you to act with both mercy and resolve. People often mistake such strength for pride or a desire for control, but those who looked deeper saw the purity of your purpose. You were a vessel for a force greater than yourself, tasked not with conquering, but with protecting the balance of things. Your trials were not just tests, they were lessons, each one adding to the light that now shone so brightly within you. You carried that light with humility, aware that it was not yours alone. It was a beacon for others, a reminder that strength is not just found in moments of battle but in moments of silent conviction. Your power was a testament to what it means to be anchored in something eternal, a connection that did not waver, even when the world around you did. Your strength is not loud. It is a storm wrapped in silence, a mountain anchored in the cosmos. It is a quiet force that commands respect without words. Unlike showy displays of power, your strength is an unwavering boundary that chaos cannot breach. This power was not given lightly, but forged in trials that tested every part of your being. It stands as a testament to resilience nurtured by sacred purpose. Many have underestimated this silent strength, mistaking it for vulnerability. Yet, those who try to manipulate or diminish you soon realize their error. Your silence becomes a powerful defense, supported by the cosmic order itself. When challenged, the universe seems to align behind you, revealing that true power lies not in aggression, but in steadfast conviction. This silent retaliation is not driven by vengeance, but by the natural laws of justice, balancing what is right without needing to shout. One unforgettable moment serves as an example. When a deceiver tried to unsettle your resolve with clever words, you met them with calm. Your silence carried a weight that spoke louder than any argument, revealing the deeper truth of the situation. The deceiver realized too late that they had confronted not just a person, but a force protected by something greater. Your purpose is indelible, rooted in an ancient mission set by a higher will. This purpose shields you from doubt and judgment. Attempts to weaken you fall short because your path is clear, aligned with an eternal truth. The power within you acts not out of rage, but as a guardian of balance, rising only when needed and restoring harmony without force. Those who look beyond the surface see the true nature of your strength. It is a light that preserves, not destroys, and protects, not controls. You carry this strength with humility, aware that it is not yours alone. It is a gift to guide and shield others, anchored in an unshakable connection to a higher order. In the end, your strength is a reminder that true power is silent, unwavering, and rooted in justice. It is the force of a mountain, a beacon that teaches others that to stand firm in what is right is to embody the essence of divine truth. This strength is not about dominating others but protecting the balance, ensuring that no deception or chaos crosses your sacred boundary. Those who once dismissed you now tread carefully, their initial arrogance replaced by reluctant respect. They once assumed that silence meant weakness, underestimating the strength you held within. Yet, as they watched you endure trials that would break others, their perception shifted. What they had mistaken for passivity was revealed to be quiet resilience, rooted in something deeper than they could grasp. The carefree confidence they once had when confronting you turned into cautious awareness. This change was not due to displays of power, but because they saw that your strength was not momentary but enduring. It was a boundary they couldn't cross, an immovable force that didn't react impulsively, but stood firm with purpose. Their respect grew, mingled with a touch of fear. Now, they remember moments when they ignored or belittled you, realizing with regret that they misunderstood the power of true integrity. Your presence stirs a mix of awe and discomfort. They begin to see that true strength isn't about domination, but standing firm in truth. This realization forces them to examine their own actions. Some are humbled, seeing that their attempts at force or manipulation pale compared to the steadiness of your conviction. Others feel uneasy, realizing that your example exposes their own lack of integrity. Your purpose as an earth angel goes beyond offering comfort. It is to stand as a beacon of divine justice. You embody more than warmth and solace. You are a guardian whose light reveals the path to truth and integrity. This role is not always easy or understood, but it is rooted in ancient sacred principles where justice is a living force that you channel into the world. From a theological perspective, your mission aligns with divine will. You are a vessel chosen to carry out a purpose that transcends human understanding. This calling is not about simply easing pain. It is about illuminating what is hidden, urging those around you to confront their truths and make choices aligned with higher principles. Your presence, therefore, is not just comforting, it is transformative. You inspire change, even when it challenges others to look deeper and face what they may fear. Philosophically, you are the embodiment of the cosmic guardian, a symbol of resilience and unwavering commitment to what is right. Your strength lies in holding to these virtues even when it means standing alone. You are not merely present to soothe, but to guide and awaken. The comfort you provide is not passive. It comes with the understanding that real growth sometimes requires the courage to face difficult truths. By being a steadfast force for justice, you remind others that true hope is active and powerful. Your presence becomes a source of inspiration for those struggling. People who encounter you feel both awe and motivation as they see that true strength is not in dominating others, but in standing firm in your beliefs, even in the face of resistance. This resilience invites those around you to confront their fears and rise above their limitations. When others witness you holding to your path without wavering, they begin to believe that they too can find strength within themselves to face their challenges. You show that hope is more than a comforting word. It is an invitation to transformation. Your role encourages people to step beyond complacency and strive for their best selves. By embodying justice and light, you push them to reflect and act with integrity. Your example proves that true power does not lie in shielding others from hard truths, but in helping them find the strength to embrace and grow from them. Ultimately, your journey as an earth angel is not about seeking recognition or comfort. You are here to uphold a balance that both protects and uplifts. Your presence is a guiding light, reminding others that true strength is found in the quiet determination to stand for what is right. Through your steadfastness, people learn that facing the truth is not just brave, it is essential. By embodying this unwavering commitment, you fulfill your higher purpose and inspire those around you to walk their paths with clarity and courage. As you continue your journey, remember that your strength and resilience are more powerful than you realize. They ripple out, encouraging others to rise above challenges and hold fast to their own truths. Your light has the power to spark hope and transformation in ways you may not always see, but will be felt by many. Thank you for being here and sharing in this story. If this message resonated with you, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that inspire, uplift, and remind you of the power within. Your journey and support mean everything, and together, we can keep spreading light and courage. Thank you, and until next time, stay true to yourself. Stop scrolling for just a moment. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to consider a powerful possibility. That you're here, right now, feeling the deep ache of separation from someone you thought would always be close. Your mom. Perhaps you've wrestled with the feeling that something precious has been torn from you, that a bond you once relied upon seems distant or unreachable. And yet, what if this distance, this undeniable gap, is not random? What if it is part of a divine design, carefully woven into the fabric of your life, not as a punishment, but as a path to something greater? The pain you carry, the isolation that weighs on your heart, it may not be as meaningless as it feels in your darkest moments. Every tear you've shed, every moment of loneliness, could be a refining fire, sent not to break you down but to shape you for a unique purpose that no one else can fulfill. God may have set you apart, chosen you for something so powerful that it requires a strength and resilience forged only through difficulty. This isn't the path everyone else walks, and maybe it isn't supposed to be. Have you ever considered that every hardship, every painful memory, has been like stepping stones leading you toward a destiny that only God can fully see? When we feel abandoned or misunderstood, it's natural to wonder if there's any purpose in it all. But what if these very struggles are the groundwork for a future that requires a unique type of strength, a strength few can understand, because few have walked this same path? Since childhood, you may have felt a unique distance, a chasm between you and your mother, something so deep, it often seemed unbridgeable. While others around you shared moments of warmth and comfort with their families, perhaps you found yourself standing on the outside, feeling the ache of loneliness and questioning why you felt so alone. It's a feeling that is difficult to explain and even harder to carry, making you wonder if you are somehow unworthy or undeserving of love and acceptance. But what if this distance, this feeling of separation, was never a sign of abandonment or rejection? What if it was, instead, an indication of something profound, a signal that God has chosen you for a special purpose that requires a path unlike any other? This isn't a punishment. It's preparation. God is not keeping you away from love. He's carving out space for a love far beyond human understanding. He's stripping away earthly distractions to prepare you to fully receive His purpose. Through the absence, He speaks with clarity, drawing you closer to Him. From a young age, you may have sensed that your path was different, marked by a unique calling that set you apart from others. While many around you found their strength and identity within the warmth of family bonds, you felt a deeper pull, a divine nudge guiding you to lean solely on God. This sense of separation may have felt isolating at times, but it was never a mark of weakness or inadequacy. Instead, it was God's way of building a strength in you that could only come through solitude and dependence on Him alone. Think of this isolation as a training ground, much like that of a warrior being prepared for a mission that requires focus, resilience, and unbreakable faith. In solitude, a warrior is stripped of comforts, left with only the essentials, so that strength and skill can be honed without distraction. In the same way, God has allowed this space of separation in your life, removing certain attachments so that you can rely fully on Him. He is stripping away any dependencies that might hinder your calling, ensuring that your faith is anchored firmly in Him. Through this experience, God is teaching you resilience, a deep inner strength that does not waver under pressure. Each moment of solitude becomes a lesson, each challenge a stepping stone, building within you the character and endurance necessary for the higher purpose He has in store. This process may feel isolating, but it is a sacred preparation, a refining season where God is shaping you to stand strong, fully reliant on His guidance and grace. You are being prepared for something extraordinary, something that requires you to walk a path less traveled. God is calling you to trust Him deeply, to find your identity, your strength, and your purpose in Him alone. In this space of separation, He is forming you into someone who can withstand trials, rise above challenges, and fulfill a calling that goes beyond the ordinary. This path may be different, but it is designed with divine intention, preparing you to step into a life marked by purpose and guided by His unfailing hand. The love you've longed for, the family connection you may have envied in others. It's not that God ignored your need. He saw it and chose to fill it Himself with a love that is perfect, unchanging, and unfailing. He needed you free from the limitations of earthly attachment because your calling requires a different kind of strength. Others may find comfort in constant affirmation, but you've been sustained by something deeper, the unshakable power of God's love. Picture yourself on a battlefield, a soldier trained in isolation for a war you may not have fully understood. While others leaned on their mothers, you learned to fight alone. In the emptiness left by human absence, you discovered a divine fullness, a love that doesn't fade, a connection that doesn't break. Every tear, every sleepless night spent questioning your worth. These were all part of a grander plan to prepare you for a strength and resilience others cannot match. Your mother's distance, her absence, was not an accident. Each struggle, each wordless conflict, each cold silence, they were tools, divine chisels breaking away the unnecessary to reveal the masterpiece within. You were not just hurt, you were sharpened. Every argument, every cutting remark, every emotional sabotage was a lesson in standing firm. Through these challenges, God was cultivating within you a resilience that runs deep. He was teaching you not to be easily swayed, preparing you to hold steadfastly to your identity and purpose, even when faced with opposition. The adversity wasn't meant to crush you, but to build within you an unwavering strength and a profound sense of self that could only emerge through the fire. In every hurt, there was a refining, a way to transform the pain into power, the wounds into wisdom, and to reveal the strength God always saw in you. The pain you've felt wasn't meant to define you, but to refine you. Your struggles with your mother weren't just personal. They were cosmic clashes, battles between who you are called to be and who the world would have you remain. Perhaps you were wounded by criticism that seemed relentless, by manipulations that twisted your heart, by coldness that left you questioning your worth. These were not random hardships. They were intentional wounds meant to prepare you for a purpose far beyond the ordinary. Through these wounds, God has forged an armor around you. Others may falter under the weight of life's pressures, but you have already endured the furnace's heat, and it has only made you stronger. This is why your path has been different, harder. You were never meant to lean on human validation. God needed you to seek your worth in Him alone. Your identity isn't tied to earthly approval, but is rooted in the Creator who shaped you with divine purpose. The strained words, the unspoken coldness, they were chisels that shaped you, removing parts that would hinder your calling. Through the pain, God was strengthening you, making you resilient, unbreakable. You may have felt abandoned, but in reality, God was present, molding you into a vessel for His work. Every tear, every lonely moment served as a sacred tool, refining you into who you were meant to be. Perhaps you've wondered, why? Why did the relationship with your mother seem so fraught with pain, as if it was destined to leave a lasting ache? The answer, though complex in feeling, is both simple and profound. God never intended for your sense of self, your identity, to be shaped by her approval or acceptance. Her role in your life, with all its imperfections and limitations, was never meant to be the foundation of your worth or the lens through which you see yourself. Instead, her limitations were a divine sign, a reminder of the insufficiency of earthly relationships and of the way human bonds can fall short. Each moment of distance, each unmet need, was gently guiding you toward something far greater, toward Him. God used the limitations in your relationship with your mother to reveal a powerful truth. Human connections, as meaningful as they are, cannot be the ultimate source of our identity or worth. While others may have found their confidence or validation within family bonds, God had a different path in mind for you. He allowed this distance not as punishment, but as preparation, gently leading you to discover that your true value comes from Him alone. He wanted you to know that your identity is firmly rooted in His love, a love that is constant, complete, and unfailing. In those moments when you sought validation from her and were met with disappointment, God was drawing you closer, teaching you to find your security and purpose in Him. This separation is not a mark of failure or loss. It is a sacred invitation to be grounded in something more lasting than any human relationship. God has called you to a unique journey, one that begins with Him and finds its fulfillment in His purpose for your life. Perhaps you've wondered, why? Why did the relationship with your mother seem so fraught with pain, as if it was destined to leave a lasting ache? The answer, though complex in feeling, is both simple and profound. God never intended for your sense of self, your identity, to be shaped by her approval or acceptance. Her role in your life, with all its imperfections and limitations, was never meant to be the foundation of your worth or the lens through which you see yourself. Instead, her limitations were a divine sign, a reminder of the insufficiency of earthly relationships and of the way human bonds can fall short. Each moment of distance, each unmet need, was gently guiding you toward something far greater, toward Him. God used the limitations in your relationship with your mother to reveal a powerful truth. Human connections, as meaningful as they are, cannot be the ultimate source of our identity or worth. While others may have found their confidence or validation within family bonds, God had a different path in mind for you. He allowed this distance not as punishment, but as preparation, gently leading you to discover that your true value comes from Him alone. He wanted you to know that your identity is firmly rooted in His love, a love that is constant, complete, and unfailing. In those moments when you sought validation from her and were met with disappointment, God was drawing you closer, teaching you to find your security and purpose in Him. This separation is not a mark of failure or loss. It is a sacred invitation to be grounded in something more lasting than any human relationship. God has called you to a unique journey, one that begins with Him and finds its fulfillment in His purpose for your life. This separation, this divine pruning, is God's way of preparing you for the next level. It may feel like isolation, but it's the sacred ground where transformation happens. God has stripped away earthly ties that once defined you, removing anything that could limit the purpose He has in mind for you. Every moment of separation, every tear, is a tool in God's hands, shaping you into a vessel strong enough to carry His purpose. Think of yourself as metal, heated and hammered to become unbreakable. This process is not punishment, it's refinement, burning away vulnerabilities that could hinder your mission. The relationships that once defined you, that may have even limited you, are being removed. You are being promoted to a higher calling that demands more from you than you could ever have imagined. In the spaces left by human absence, God's presence becomes undeniable and profoundly comforting. Where earthly love may have faltered, God's love fills every empty corner, reaching into the depths of your heart in ways no human connection ever could. The voids left by relationships that may have fallen short were never meant to remain empty. They are intentional spaces designed for God to fill, to demonstrate that His love alone is all-encompassing and sufficient to meet your every need. God has not allowed this separation or distance to harm you, but has instead used it as an invitation to draw you nearer to Him. The limitations of your earthly mother, her inability to meet every emotional or spiritual need, are not reflections of any inadequacy in you. Rather, they are gentle reminders that your deepest needs were always meant to be fulfilled by your Heavenly Father. The love you seek, the security you crave, and the understanding that often feels elusive are all perfectly found in Him. This separation highlights a sacred truth, that God's role in your life is unique and irreplaceable. Where human relationships are bound by limitations and imperfections, God's love remains unwavering, endlessly patient, and without condition. Through this experience, He is showing you that your worth and identity are rooted in Him, not in the validation or understanding of others. In every space where human love could not reach, God's presence grows stronger, filling your life with a love that heals, sustains, and affirms your true value. He is drawing you closer, teaching you to depend on Him completely, and showing you that He alone can fulfill the desires of your heart in ways that are eternal, pure, and boundless. God wanted your dependence to be on Him alone, not diluted by human affections. Through every tear, every moment of silence, He was building in you a spiritual resilience, a strength that is anchored in an unshakable foundation. This separation isn't a punishment or a mark of failure. It's a divine calling to rely on God alone. You are chosen, set apart, refined through every moment of loneliness and heartache. This separation is proof of your calling. It's a divine preparation, a sacred crucible where God has been molding you into the vessel He needs. Your pain isn't in vain. It's a testimony, a witness to the work God is doing within you. Embrace this truth. Walk boldly in the knowledge that your story is part of a grand design. Let your journey, your growth, be a light for others who feel the weight of separation. In every hardship, trust that God's plan is perfect, that He is using every moment to shape you for a purpose beyond what you can see. Step forward with courage, knowing that you are not defined by the wounds of the past, but by the divine calling that marks your life.
It is often said that words are the mirror to our soul. Yet, how often do we stop to contemplate their true power? For many, words are dismissed as transient, mere sounds that fade quickly into the ether. But what if I told you that the words we speak carry lasting vibrations that ripple through both the seen and unseen realms? Our utterances, whether conscious or unconscious, weave the fabric of our reality, shaping not only our immediate environment, but also our inner world, influencing our subconscious mind and reverberating through the collective consciousness. In this exploration of the metaphysical power of speech, we will journey deep into the wisdom of ancient mystics, modern metaphysicians, and psychological pioneers to unveil the hidden force behind our words. The law of assumption, as taught by Neville Goddard, forms a critical foundation for understanding how our verbal expressions mirror our innermost assumptions. As we unravel this intricate relationship, we will begin to comprehend the timeless impact our words have, not only in this life, but extending beyond into realms untold. When we speak, we are not merely communicating information or expressing emotions. Every word carries a distinct vibrational frequency which interacts with the energetic field surrounding us, often referred to as the ether. This field, according to various spiritual traditions, is the medium through which our thoughts, words, and actions are transmitted and stored. Think of the ether as a cosmic web, a timeless repository of all that has ever been spoken or thought. Scientific studies in quantum physics have begun to confirm what mystics have known for millennia. Everything in the universe, including our thoughts and words, is made of energy. The spoken word, imbued with intent and emotion, becomes a potent force capable of influencing matter and consciousness. Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments on water crystals, where he exposed water to different words, sounds, and emotions, demonstrated how positive words like love and gratitude resulted in beautifully formed crystals, while negative words like hate led to disfigured, chaotic patterns. This groundbreaking research offers a tangible glimpse into the metaphysical power of speech, showing how our words influence the molecular structure of the world around us. Therefore, each time we speak, we are sending out ripples into the universe. These ripples interact with the vibrations of others, sometimes harmonizing and sometimes creating discord. If we are unaware of this power, we risk allowing our words to perpetuate negativity, sowing seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation. But when we speak with awareness, we tap into a creative force capable of transforming both our inner and outer worlds. Our words are not only sent out into the ether, they also penetrate the depths of our subconscious mind, which operates beyond the level of our conscious awareness. The subconscious mind is often compared to fertile soil, ready to grow whatever seeds are planted in it, whether they are seeds of abundance or scarcity, joy or sorrow, love or fear. Joseph Murphy, in his seminal work, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, wrote, "As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment." This statement encapsulates a vital truth about the role of our spoken words in shaping our reality. The subconscious mind does not discriminate between positive or negative, good or bad. It simply accepts what is fed into it as truth and works tirelessly to manifest that truth in our lives. The implications of this are profound. Every time we speak, we are feeding our subconscious a set of instructions which it faithfully follows. Consider the common habit of self-deprecating humor. Many people engage in it without realizing that even jokes carry energy. Statements like, "I'm always so unlucky," or "I can't ever do anything right," may seem harmless in the moment, but they are subtly programming the subconscious to create more of those very conditions. Over time, these words become self-fulfilling prophecies, reinforcing the very limitations we wish to escape. In contrast, when we speak words of empowerment, hope, and confidence, we reprogram the subconscious to align with those qualities. By saying, "I am capable," "I am deserving," "I am grateful," we plant seeds of strength, worthiness, and abundance. The subconscious mind, impartial as always, takes these affirmations as reality and begins to manifest opportunities, relationships, and experiences that reflect this new inner state. Neville Goddard's law of assumption is a profound principle that teaches us how to align our inner world with the reality we wish to create. According to Goddard, we do not manifest what we want, but rather what we assume to be true about ourselves and the world. Our spoken words are direct reflections of these assumptions, often unveiling the unconscious beliefs we hold about our lives. For example, a person who repeatedly says, "I can't seem to find love," is revealing an unconscious assumption that love is elusive or unattainable. Even though they may consciously desire a loving relationship, their words betray a deeper belief that love is out of reach. As a result, their external reality mirrors this belief, and they continue to encounter situations that affirm their assumption. Goddard teaches that to change our reality, we must first change our assumptions. This process begins by observing our words, for they are the most immediate clues to what we believe to be true. By shifting our language from lack to abundance, from fear to trust, we gradually rewire our assumptions. Instead of saying, "I don't want to be unhappy anymore," we can affirm, "I am joyful and fulfilled," even if the external circumstances have not yet changed. In doing so, we align ourselves with the vibration of joy, and in time, the outer world will reflect this inner state. While changing our words is a powerful first step, it is not enough on its own. Words without emotion are like empty vessels. They lack the creative force necessary to manifest change. The true power of speech lies in the emotions that accompany it. When we speak with genuine feeling, we activate a magnetic energy that draws experiences toward us. This is why merely reciting positive affirmations without emotional conviction often fails to produce results. If we say, "I am wealthy," but feel deep fear or lack when we speak those words, the subconscious mind picks up on the underlying emotion rather than the words themselves. The subconscious is more responsive to feelings than to language, and it will manifest experiences that match the dominant emotional state. Therefore, cultivating genuine feelings of abundance, gratitude, and joy is essential for aligning our words with our desired reality. This emotional shift can be achieved through various practices such as visualization, meditation, and mindfulness, which help us attune to the frequency of what we want to create. As we feel more deeply connected to the vibration of abundance, our words naturally become more positive, and we begin to speak from a place of inner wealth rather than lack. Gratitude is often called the language of the heart, and for good reason. When we express gratitude, we elevate our vibrational frequency and align ourselves with the flow of abundance. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, opening the door for more blessings to enter our lives. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of speaking words of gratitude throughout the day, as this practice helps anchor us in the present moment and fosters a sense of contentment. When we say, "Thank you for the love I receive," or "I am grateful for my health and vitality," we send out a powerful signal to the universe that we are ready to receive more of what we appreciate. Moreover, gratitude enhances the emotional component of our words, infusing them with sincerity and warmth. It transforms our speech into a creative tool, not just for manifesting personal desires, but for contributing positively to the world around us. When we speak words of appreciation to others, we uplift them, strengthening the bonds of connection and love. While the personal impact of words is profound, we must also recognize that our speech influences more than just our individual lives. Every word we speak contributes to the collective consciousness of humanity, which is the shared field of thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that shapes the world at large. In his teachings, Hermes Trismegistus, one of the most influential figures in ancient wisdom, spoke of the gift of speech as one of the divine powers that make human beings equal to the gods. He believed that our words hold an eternal quality, lingering in the ether long after they are spoken, and that the energy generated by our speech accumulates over time, influencing the manifestation of events in the physical world. This concept is particularly relevant in today's world, where divisive language, fear-mongering, and negativity are rampant. Every time we speak words of hate, judgment, or fear, we add to the collective energy of discord, further solidifying the conditions that lead to suffering and conflict. Conversely, when we speak words of love, unity, and compassion, we contribute to the healing of the planet and the elevation of human consciousness. Thus, the responsibility of mindful speech extends beyond our personal lives. Each of us plays a role in shaping the collective reality, and by choosing our words wisely, we can become agents of positive change. As we speak from a place of love, understanding, and compassion, we help create a world that reflects these qualities. The power of words does not end with the cessation of physical life. According to various esoteric teachings, the vibrations we generate through our speech continue to influence the realms beyond the physical. In the Egyptian tradition, it was believed that the words spoken in this life would follow the soul into the afterlife, impacting its journey in the spiritual realms. Similarly, in Hermetic philosophy, speech is considered one of the keys to transcendence, guiding the soul toward higher states of consciousness even after death. Hermes Trismegistus emphasized that mastering the correct use of speech and mind was essential for attaining immortality, not in the physical sense, but in terms of spiritual enlightenment. The words we speak, therefore, are not only creative forces in the material world, but also guiding lights for the soul's evolution. This perspective invites us to reflect on the timeless nature of our words. Every utterance we make carries a vibration that echoes through time and space, shaping not only our present reality, but also the future trajectory of our soul. By speaking with awareness, we honor the eternal impact of our words and align ourselves with the highest good. The words we speak carry an immense power, shaping our reality, influencing our inner state, and affecting the world around us. Yet, many of us speak without awareness, often falling into patterns of negative self-talk or careless expressions. To fully harness the potential of our words, it's crucial to practice mindful speech daily. By doing so, we can elevate not only our personal experiences, but also the energy we contribute to the collective consciousness. Here are practical steps to help you cultivate this life-changing awareness and transform the way you communicate, both with yourself and others. The first step in mindful speech is to simply observe. Pay attention to the words you use throughout the day, particularly in moments of stress, doubt, or frustration. Do you often find yourself complaining or expressing limiting beliefs, even unconsciously? Perhaps phrases like, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up," creep into your dialogue. These subtle expressions may seem harmless, but they carry significant weight in shaping how you perceive yourself and your life. By becoming aware of these negative patterns, you can begin to take control of your internal dialogue. Every word is a reflection of what's happening inside, and by observing them, you gain insight into the deeper beliefs driving your actions. This practice of mindful observation sets the foundation for meaningful change, allowing you to understand how your words mirror your inner world. Once you've observed your words, the next step is to consciously shift your language. Negative or limiting phrases like "I can't" or "I don't have enough" create a mindset of scarcity and limitation. Instead, replace them with affirming and empowering statements. Start small. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," reframe it as, "I am capable." Transform "I don't have enough" into, "I am grateful for all that I have." This simple yet profound shift in language rewires your mindset, gradually cultivating a sense of abundance, confidence, and self-worth. Words are not just expressions, they are commands to your subconscious mind, which works diligently to manifest whatever reality you consistently affirm. By consciously choosing empowering words, you set yourself on a path toward greater joy, success, and inner peace. Words without emotion are like hollow vessels. To truly harness the transformative power of your speech, it's essential to speak with genuine feeling. When you express gratitude, allow yourself to feel the warmth and appreciation in your heart. When you affirm a positive belief, let the emotions of joy, love, and abundance rise within you. Your subconscious mind is more receptive to emotions than to words alone. By infusing your speech with authentic emotion, you amplify its power, making it far more effective in shaping your reality. Whether you're expressing gratitude or affirming your worth, feel the truth of your words deeply and let that emotion radiate from you. It's the emotional energy behind your words that activates their creative potential, attracting more of what you genuinely feel. In a world full of noise, sometimes the most profound action is silence. There are moments when choosing to remain silent holds more power than speaking. In times of anger, frustration, or fear, resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, pause. Take a deep breath and reflect before you speak. This mindful silence allows you to regain control over your emotions and prevents the unintentional spread of negativity. Practicing silence also fosters inner peace. It gives you the space to process your thoughts, recalibrate your energy, and respond from a place of calm rather than chaos. In those moments of stillness, you cultivate a deeper awareness of your words and their impact, ensuring that when you do speak, your words are thoughtful, intentional, and aligned with your highest truth. One of the most effective ways to transform your inner world is through the consistent use of positive affirmations. These simple, empowering statements can help reprogram your subconscious mind, allowing you to break free from limiting beliefs and step into a more expansive reality. Each day, speak affirmations like, "I am healthy," "I am loved," or "I am at peace." The key is repetition and consistency. Over time, these affirmations will become embedded in your subconscious, shifting your self-perception and the way you experience the world. When used regularly, affirmations act as powerful tools for personal growth, encouraging a mindset rooted in confidence, gratitude, and love. The more you affirm your worth, abundance, and joy, the more your subconscious mind works to create circumstances that align with these beliefs. It's a practice that not only transforms your inner dialogue, but also the external realities you manifest. Mindful speech is not just about personal transformation, it's about uplifting others as well. The words you speak to others carry energy, influencing not only their mood, but also the overall vibration of the collective consciousness. By choosing to offer words of encouragement, love, and support to those around you, you contribute to the collective energy of positivity and growth. Bless others with your words. A simple, genuine compliment or expression of gratitude can make a profound difference in someone's day and, in turn, in their life. When you speak with kindness and compassion, you help raise the vibrational frequency of the world around you. Imagine the ripple effect this creates as each positive interaction spreads outward, uplifting countless lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. In the end, the power of our words is a form of alchemy, transforming thought into reality, vibration into matter, and intention into experience. When we speak with awareness, we tap into the creative force that resides within us, shaping not only our individual lives, but also the world around us. This profound understanding invites us to wield our words with care, recognizing that each utterance carries the potential to uplift or diminish, to heal or harm. As we become more mindful of our speech, we step into our role as conscious creators, aligning with the highest frequencies of love, gratitude, and abundance. In doing so, we not only transform our personal reality, but contribute to the collective awakening of humanity, guiding ourselves and others toward a life of greater fulfillment, peace, and joy. Our words are the keys to the kingdom within, and through them we unlock the door to our highest potential. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos that continue to explore the path to spiritual growth, self-discovery, and the power of the mind. Together, we can awaken to a more enlightened and empowered way of living. See you in the next video.
Are you ready for tomorrow's Ring of Fire solar eclipse? This isn't just an ordinary celestial event. This is a powerful cosmic alignment that can either ignite your spiritual growth or pull you into a downward spiral, depending on how you approach it. But here's the big question. Will you harness the energy for transformation, or will you fall into the common traps that block your spiritual progress? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden dangers many people overlook during such powerful cosmic events, the anti-spiritual behaviors and mindsets that could sabotage your experience during the eclipse. Are you aware of the distractions that could steal your focus, or the emotional patterns that might resurface under the shadow of the eclipse? If you're serious about your spiritual journey, this is your wake-up call. Stay with me as we dive deep into what you need to avoid so you can make the most of this rare opportunity for growth. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future insights that can help you align with your highest self. Ready to unlock the power of the Ring of Fire? Let's get started. Solar eclipses have long been viewed as powerful cosmic phenomena that signal moments of change, and the Ring of Fire eclipse is no exception. Symbolically, This event represents both illumination and shadow, as the moon temporarily blocks the light of the sun, leaving only a fiery ring of light. This juxtaposition of light and darkness is not only a spectacle for the eyes, but also a metaphor for the internal journey we are invited to undertake. At its core, the Ring of Fire eclipse offers a profound invitation, one that beckons us to confront the shadows we've long hidden from, to recognize the parts of ourselves that need healing and transformation. This cosmic event acts as a mirror, reflecting back what we must release in order to step into our true potential. It's a call to transcend old patterns, to embrace the fire of change, and to emerge on the other side more aligned with our highest self. The question is, will you answer this call, or will you resist the very transformation your soul craves? This eclipse doesn't offer transformation on a silver platter. It requires your full attention, presence, and participation. The energy of the eclipse demands that you show up, not half-heartedly, but with intention and awareness. And this is where many will falter. Distraction, avoidance, and spiritual bypassing are the enemies of transformation, especially during such a powerful cosmic event. Let's dive into the common spiritual pitfalls that could prevent you from fully experiencing the profound shifts that the Ring of Fire has to offer. In a world brimming with constant distractions, the ability to focus on what truly matters has become a lost art, and yet, during the Ring of Fire eclipse, distraction is the ultimate thief of transformation. Whether it's endless scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or surrounding yourself with constant noise, overindulgence in distractions robs you of the chance to fully engage with the potent energy of this eclipse. The cosmos is speaking to you, but are you listening? The energy of the solar eclipse is like a beacon, calling you inward to reflect, to pause, to be present with yourself and the energies swirling around you. But if your mind is consumed with external stimuli, you will miss the opportunity for deep inner growth. Distractions have a way of numbing us, making it harder to hear the subtle whispers of the universe. And during this eclipse, those whispers are particularly potent, offering guidance, insight, and revelations that could catalyze profound transformation, if only you would quiet the noise. The eclipse demands one thing above all: presence. To fully receive the energy and messages of the Ring of Fire, you must be fully here, fully aware. This means consciously limiting distractions in the days leading up to and during the eclipse. Create space for silence, for introspection, for listening. The cosmos has something important to say, but it's up to you to create the conditions to hear it. In the spiritual community, there is often an overemphasis on positivity, the idea that we should constantly be in a state of high vibration, always happy, always light. But the truth is, forced positivity can be detrimental, especially during a time as powerful as the Ring of Fire eclipse. The energy of this solar eclipse doesn't call for you to slap a smile on your face and pretend everything is fine. It calls for authenticity, for facing the fire within yourself with courage and honesty. During this eclipse, shadows will emerge. This isn't a time to cover up uncomfortable emotions with a fake smile or positive affirmation. This is a time to look within, to acknowledge the parts of yourself that you may have been avoiding or suppressing. Real spiritual growth isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about embracing the full spectrum of your emotions, the light and the dark. The eclipse brings illumination, not just to the external world, but to the hidden corners of your psyche. If feelings of fear, anger, or sadness arise, it's for a reason. These emotions are messengers, pointing you towards something that needs your attention. If you simply ignore these feelings, slapping a positive affirmation on top and pretending everything is okay, you are engaging in what is known as spiritual bypassing. You are essentially telling those parts of yourself that they don't matter, that their messages are not valid. But during the Ring of Fire, bypassing your shadows means missing out on the real opportunity for transformation. The truth is, the fire within the eclipse isn't here to make everything cozy and comfortable. It's here to burn away what no longer serves you. It's here to bring out your truth, to show you the parts of yourself that have been hidden, suppressed, or denied. And the only way to truly grow is to face those parts of yourself with honesty and compassion. One of the most profound gifts of the Ring of Fire solar eclipse is the heightened access to your own inner wisdom. During this time, the veil between the physical and spiritual realms becomes thinner, making it easier to connect with your own soul and hear the guidance it has for you. But many people fall into the trap of looking outside of themselves for answers, whether it's seeking advice from others or doubting their own intuition. The truth is, no one knows your path better than your own soul. During this eclipse, your inner voice becomes louder, more direct, as if the universe is saying, "Now is the time to listen to yourself." The energy of the eclipse encourages you to trust your own instincts, to tune into the wisdom that resides within you. Yet there is often a tendency to doubt that inner voice. Maybe it's because of fear that you're not capable of making the right choice, or that someone else might have more knowledge or wisdom. But during this eclipse, the energy is guiding you inward. It's asking you to trust yourself above all else. This is not the time to blindly follow advice from others, especially if it doesn't resonate with you on a deep soul level. When someone else tells you what you should do, how you should feel, or what's best for you, remember this: they are not living your life. They are not walking your path. Your intuition is unique, and the messages that come to you during this time are meant specifically for you. Listening to your own voice is the key to unlocking the transformative power of the eclipse. The Ring of Fire solar eclipse is not only a time for spiritual awakening, but also a time for deep emotional cleansing. For many, this means letting go of old grudges and resentments that have been lingering far too long. These emotional chains keep you tied to the past, preventing you from fully stepping into the future that awaits you. Grudges are like heavy stones in your pockets, weighing you down on your spiritual journey. Holding on to resentment keeps you stuck in a lower vibrational state, constantly revisiting past hurts, replaying old arguments, and feeling anger or sadness over things that are long gone. And while it's natural to feel these emotions, there comes a time when holding on to them becomes more harmful than helpful. The Ring of Fire eclipse offers the perfect opportunity to release these emotional chains. Its fiery energy can help burn away old grudges, freeing you to step into a lighter, more liberated version of yourself. But you must be willing to let go. Forgiveness is not about condoning the past. It's about freeing yourself for the future. Holding on to resentment only ties your spirit to the past, making it harder for you to align with the higher frequencies that are available to you during this powerful cosmic event. One of the most overlooked aspects of spiritual growth is the content we consume on a daily basis. Whether it's the news we watch, the books we read, or the social media posts we scroll through, everything we take in has an impact on our vibration. And during the Ring of Fire eclipse, this becomes even more important. The energy of this eclipse acts as a cosmic amplifier, magnifying whatever energy you invite into your life. This means that the content you consume during this time is not trivial. It directly influences your spiritual state and your ability to align with the transformative energy of the eclipse. Watching fear-driven, overly dramatic, or negative content will drag your energy down, feeding into fear, resentment, and chaos. This is exactly what you want to avoid during an event as powerful as the Ring of Fire eclipse. Instead, this is a time for heightened awareness and mindful choices. Pay close attention to what you are consuming, whether it's a violent movie, a negative social media thread, or a fear-driven news story. These forms of low vibration energy can weigh you down, clouding your mind and spirit, and making it difficult to tune into the higher frequencies available during the eclipse. By surrounding yourself with uplifting, positive content, you create the space needed to connect more deeply with the transformative energy of this cosmic event. Now is the time to elevate, not diminish, your vibration. Choose content that uplifts you, that inspires growth, peace, and spiritual alignment. This is a moment for feeding your soul with nourishing high vibrational energy so that you can fully align with the transformative power of the eclipse. Spiritual transformation doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your body is the sacred vessel through which all spiritual experience is processed and integrated. And yet, during times of cosmic intensity, people often forget the importance of their physical well-being. The Ring of Fire eclipse is not just an energetic event, it is a call for alignment between the physical, mental, and spiritual bodies. If you neglect your body during this time, you risk creating blockages that prevent the full integration of the eclipse's transformative energy. Think of your body as the essential bridge between the cosmos and your soul, the channel through which spiritual energy flows. If that bridge is obstructed, whether by poor nutrition, lack of rest, or stagnant energy, it hampers the flow of cosmic energy, especially during potent times like the eclipse. When your physical state is neglected, the transformative power of the eclipse cannot be fully integrated. To truly align with this energy, your body must be cared for as a sacred vessel, allowing it to receive and process the cosmic shifts with clarity and openness. Nutrition is key during this period. The food you eat should nourish and lift your energy, not weigh you down. Heavy, processed, or overly sugary foods can dampen your vibration, making it harder for your body to respond to the energetic shifts happening on a spiritual level. Movement is also crucial. Stagnant energy in the body can create blockages, preventing the smooth flow of cosmic energy. Whether it's yoga, dancing, or simply taking a walk in nature, allow your body to move and flow so that energy can move and flow through you. As we stand on the threshold of the Ring of Fire solar eclipse, remember, this is more than just an astronomical event. It's a profound cosmic invitation to shed old layers, release what no longer serves you, and embrace a deeper level of personal and spiritual growth. But transformation doesn't happen by accident. It requires your full presence, your awareness, and a conscious decision to avoid the traps that can pull you away from this opportunity. Distractions, negative patterns, and external chaos can easily block the energy that is available to you during this eclipse. The question is, will you rise to the occasion or let these powerful energies slip through your fingers? Take time to reflect, be intentional, and stay connected to your inner truth. The universe is offering you a rare moment for profound change, but it's up to you to receive it. If this video has spoken to you, I encourage you to give this video a like, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. By hitting the notification bell, you'll stay tuned for future content that will continue to guide you on your spiritual journey and help you align with the higher frequencies available to us. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, the Ring of Fire is not just a celestial event. It's a call to transformation, a cosmic mirror reflecting back what's ready to be healed, released, and transformed. Stay mindful, stay present, and embrace this rare opportunity with both hands. Your next level of growth is waiting. Are you ready to step into it?
Have you ever been in a relationship where, no matter how hard you tried, something just felt off? Maybe you've prayed, sought advice, and hoped for change, yet despite your efforts, things simply aren't aligning. Relationships, especially when you feel deeply attached, can be one of the most challenging aspects of life to navigate. Sometimes, what we desire may not be what God has in store for us, and it takes a discerning heart to recognize His voice amidst the noise of emotions and expectations. This is not about blame, but about divine guidance. If you've ever found yourself questioning whether your relationship is truly meant to be, you're not alone. Often, God will use a variety of ways to guide us when we're making decisions, especially when it comes to the relationships that shape our lives. In this extended discussion, we'll explore 7 profound ways that God might be trying to tell you that a relationship is not right for you. But first, if you're new here, feel free to like and subscribe to stay connected with all of our spiritually uplifting content. Without further ado, let's dive in. One of the most subtle but powerful ways God speaks to us is through inner peace. If you find yourself feeling consistently uneasy, anxious, or restless about a relationship, it could be a clear sign that God is nudging you to reconsider. God is a God of peace. When He is guiding you towards something, His presence brings an undeniable sense of calm. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Notice how Paul highlights that God's peace will guard your heart and mind. This is more than just a fleeting sense of comfort. It's a deep, unshakable tranquility that even the most challenging external circumstances cannot break. When a relationship is truly aligned with God's will, this peace envelops both you and your partner. There is a sense of ease, a mutual understanding, and harmony that feels natural, as if God Himself is smiling upon the union. However, if you constantly find yourself in a state of tension or unrest, no matter how perfect the relationship may appear on paper, this may be God's way of telling you to pause. Restlessness can be a sign that something spiritual is out of balance, and it's essential to listen closely. Resistance, especially persistent or unexpected resistance, can be another indicator that a relationship is not in line with God's plan for your life. At first glance, this might seem like normal relationship hurdles, but pay attention to the nature and consistency of these barriers. Resistance can come in the form of constant setbacks, miscommunications, or even external factors that repeatedly disrupt your relationship. Maybe plans fall through continuously, or perhaps important conversations are avoided or never seem to go smoothly. Sometimes God allows delays or obstacles not to frustrate us, but to gently show us that we are heading in a direction that isn't best for us. It's vital to differentiate between natural challenges and divine resistance. The devil can throw challenges our way to create confusion or disillusionment, but God's resistance is protective, not punitive. He may be asking you to step back, slow down, or reconsider. Sometimes His no is simply not yet, or His way of saying, "I have something better in store for you." Rather than pushing through and trying to make things happen on your terms, it's better to seek spiritual counsel, reflect in prayer, and ask God to reveal what He truly desires for you. His guidance is never meant to restrict, but to direct you toward the path of fullness and joy. Ignoring red flags is one of the most common reasons people find themselves trapped in relationships that God never intended for them. We often let emotions cloud our judgment, hoping that things will improve with time, effort, or love. But while growth and improvement are essential in any relationship, there are some behaviors and patterns that serve as divine warnings. Ephesians 5:25 gives a beautiful model for how love should look within a relationship. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. This scripture illustrates the profound sacrificial love that Christ has for the church, a love characterized by respect, kindness, and selflessness. If the person you're with consistently displays behaviors such as disrespect, emotional manipulation, verbal or physical abuse, dishonesty, or a general lack of integrity, these are serious indicators that this relationship is not aligned with God's plan for you. Far too often, people fall into the trap of believing they can fix or change their partner after committing to the relationship or getting married. They might hold on to the hope that love, patience, or time will somehow resolve deeply ingrained issues. However, the reality is that marriage doesn't magically heal these wounds. It often intensifies them. The pressures of commitment, shared responsibilities, and deeper emotional ties can amplify toxic dynamics rather than smooth them over. While it's natural to want to see the best in someone, it's critical to remember that only God has the power to transform a person's heart. No amount of personal effort, sacrifice, or wishful thinking can change someone who isn't willing to change themselves. True transformation must come from within, through a personal conviction and openness to God's guidance. You cannot be the source of someone's salvation or personal growth if they are unwilling to acknowledge their flaws and work on them. That's why it's so important to recognize red flags early on, before becoming too deeply invested. Ignoring them can lead to an emotional, mental, and even spiritual toll that becomes increasingly hard to escape. The deeper you are entangled in a relationship built on broken foundations, the more difficult it is to extricate yourself without significant pain. Protecting your heart and spiritual well-being should always come first. Trust that God will guide you toward relationships that honor Him and reflect the kind of love He desires for you. A relationship that is from God will help you grow closer to your true self, the person He created you to be. If you find yourself losing your identity, changing in negative ways, or sacrificing your values and principles to make a relationship work, this could be a significant sign that something is wrong. God's desire is for you to become the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. He has a purpose for your life, a calling, and a unique mission that only you can fulfill. A relationship that diminishes your sense of self or forces you to fit into a mold that goes against who you are is not a relationship blessed by God. Consider this. Have you ever noticed how some relationships transform a once vibrant, joyful person into someone who is constantly on edge, bitter, or anxious? It's as if the relationship has drained the life and light from them. This is often a clear indicator that the relationship is not aligned with God's will. In contrast, a relationship that is in line with God's design will enhance your character. It will draw out the best in you, encourage your spiritual growth, and give you the freedom to pursue your dreams and passions. You should feel a sense of partnership with your significant other, where both of you are working together to become the people God has called you to be. The fear of God is the foundation of any relationship that can truly last and bring joy. Without this reverence, it becomes difficult for either person in the relationship to have the humility, self-discipline, and respect necessary to make the relationship work. When the Bible talks about the fear of God, it doesn't mean being afraid of God. Instead, it refers to a deep, reverential awe and respect for the Creator. This fear of God acts as a guiding principle in all our interactions. It teaches us to treat others with love, patience, kindness, and dignity. If you're in a relationship with someone who openly dismisses or mocks the importance of faith, or who has no respect for the sacredness of your spiritual beliefs, this is a major red flag. When someone lacks a healthy respect for God, they often lack the moral and ethical boundaries that hold a relationship together in difficult times. The absence of spiritual accountability means that they may not see the importance of integrity, commitment, or fidelity. God-centered relationships are built on a mutual reverence for His wisdom and guidance. Without that, the relationship can easily drift into selfishness, impatience, and even moral compromise. In any relationship, shared values and a common vision for the future are crucial. Amos 3:3 asks, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" This powerful question highlights the importance of alignment in a relationship. If two people are walking in different directions, how can they reach the same destination? While it's healthy for couples to have different interests and perspectives, there must be core values and beliefs that align. This includes your spiritual beliefs, views on marriage, family, career goals, and even your vision for what a fulfilling life looks like. Disagreements on these foundational aspects can create friction, confusion, and frustration. Incompatibility isn't just about having different opinions, it's about having conflicting desires that will shape your life together. It's easy to ignore these differences early on when emotions are running high, but they become far more challenging as the relationship progresses. If your long-term visions don't align, it's likely a sign that God has a different path for you. When considering a relationship, pray for discernment. Ask God to help you see clearly whether this person shares your values, respects your dreams, and desires to walk in step with you as you both pursue God's plan for your lives. God communicates with us in many ways, and one of those ways can be through dreams, visions, and spiritual impressions. While not every dream or feeling is a direct message from God, there are times when the Holy Spirit will use these methods to guide us, especially when we are uncertain or conflicted about a decision. In Genesis 20, we see how God appeared to Abimelech in a dream to warn him that Sarah, Abraham's wife, was not meant to be his. This divine intervention protected Abimelech from making a grave mistake. Similarly, God may use dreams or subtle spiritual impressions to warn us when we are heading in the wrong direction in a relationship. It's important to be open to these spiritual experiences and to discern their meaning through prayer, meditation, and reflection. While these signs can sometimes be mysterious, God never leaves us without the tools we need to interpret them. Seek counsel from trusted spiritual leaders or friends, and ask for the Holy Spirit's guidance in revealing what God is trying to communicate to you. Remember, God respects your free will. He won't force you to make a decision, but He will provide the wisdom and insight you need to make the best choice for your life. The more we seek His will and listen to His voice, the clearer His guidance will become. Relationships are a beautiful and complex part of life, and they have the power to either uplift or derail our spiritual journey. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows what is best for us and will never withhold what is truly good. Yet He also gives us the freedom to choose, which means we must be vigilant and discerning in our decisions. If you've found yourself questioning a relationship, consider these 7 divine signs carefully. Reflect on whether the peace of God is present, if resistance is showing you a different path, and whether there are red flags or incompatibilities that cannot be ignored. Trust that God will guide you, not only through the advice of others, but through the whispers of your own spirit. Above all, remember that God's plan for you is perfect, and even if you have to let go of something that feels familiar or comfortable, He has something far greater in store for you. So, keep faith, and let His peace guard your heart as you walk in the path He has laid out for you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If this message touched your heart or gave you something to reflect on, we encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. We are willing to hear from you and support each other on this spiritual journey. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so you can stay connected with more uplifting content. Together, we can continue to grow, learn, and seek the deeper wisdom that guides us all. Blessings to you, and may you always walk in the peace and love of God. Have you ever considered how much we communicate with our hands? From waving to a friend to the firm grip of a handshake, our hands speak volumes without words. But what if I told you that beyond these everyday gestures lies a vast well of psychic energy, waiting to be activated? Across cultures and traditions, hands have always been seen as more than just tools for physical work. They are conduits of a deeper, invisible power, the power to heal, to balance, and to transform. In this exploration, we will dive into the hidden psychic abilities of your hands, their connection to universal energies, and practical ways you can unlock their healing potential. By the end of this journey, you will not only understand the deeper nature of your hands, but also gain practical exercises to channel their energy for healing yourself and others. This is a journey of both discovery and empowerment, one that reveals the profound connections between mind, body, spirit, and the energy that flows through them all. All of nature follows a specific design, an ancient and sacred geometry that manifests in everything around us, from the spiraling galaxies in the cosmos to the unfolding petals of a rose. This design is known as the golden ratio, a mathematical proportion approximately equal to 1.618. The fascinating thing about this ratio is that it can be found not only in the shapes and structures of the natural world, but also within our very own anatomy. Look at your hand, for example. If you measure the segments of your fingers, you'll find that each section is about 1.618 times longer than the previous one. This isn't a coincidence. It's a reflection of a universal order, an intricate pattern that governs all life forms. The reason this ratio is so prevalent in nature is because it allows energy to flow smoothly and harmoniously across different dimensions. From the smallest atoms to the largest planets, this ratio creates a space for energy to circulate, to balance, and to sustain life. This natural pattern, known as the divine proportion, isn't just about aesthetics or mathematical beauty. It's a functional code for the flow of energy. In your hands, the very structure of your bones, joints, and muscles follows this sacred pattern, allowing your hands to be natural conduits of energy. Whether you are conscious of it or not, every time you move your hands, you're interacting with energy fields around you. This brings us to an essential question: how can we consciously harness this energy for healing and transformation? To understand the full psychic potential of our hands, we must explore the nature of energy fields. Though invisible to the naked eye, these fields have been studied by some of the greatest minds in history, including Albert Einstein and the French mathematician Élie Cartan. Together, they developed what is known as the Einstein-Cartan theory, which explores how torsion fields, subtle, twisting fields of energy, can influence and interact with matter. Torsion fields are believed to be present around any object with certain geometric properties, such as the golden ratio. In essence, these fields create a subtle electromagnetic interaction with the surrounding environment, including our bodies. This interaction may explain why we sometimes feel sensations or vibes from people or places, even if we cannot see anything physically present. It may also explain certain paranormal phenomena, such as ghost sightings or energy sensations, that science has yet to fully explain. When you move your hands, which are shaped according to the golden ratio, you generate a balancing effect in the surrounding torsion fields. Simply moving your hands near someone, or even over your own body without touching it, can help harmonize energy, creating a subtle yet profound healing effect. This isn't magic. It's a reflection of how our hands, through their very design, interact with the natural forces that permeate the universe. Many spiritual traditions recognize the hands as powerful centers of energy. In Hinduism, Ayurveda, and pranic healing, the hands are used to scan, cleanse, and direct energy to areas of imbalance in the body. Prana, or life force energy, is channeled through the hands to activate healing and restore balance. Similarly, in Chinese practices like Tai Chi and Qigong, precise hand movements are used to circulate and harmonize energy through the body's meridian system. This ancient knowledge reflects a profound truth. Our hands are intimately connected to our energy centers, or chakras. The palm of the hand, in particular, is a powerful area where our energy points are reflected. According to energy healing practices, the left hand is receptive, receiving energy from the environment, while the right hand is projective, giving energy out into the world. This dynamic flow of energy through the hands is central to many healing techniques, including Reiki, where practitioners channel healing energy into a person's energy field without even needing to touch the physical body. Consider for a moment the times you've instinctively placed your hand on a sore spot, whether it's a headache or a stomach ache. This natural response is more than just a reflex. It's an ancient, intuitive understanding of how to use your hands to direct healing energy. With focused intention and awareness, this simple act can become a profound tool for healing. Recent scientific studies have begun to shed light on how nonverbal communication, particularly through touch and gesture, can significantly affect our mental and physical well-being. Numerous studies show that nonverbal signals, including hand gestures, impact us far more than spoken words. This is because gestures are often more congruent with our emotions and intentions than verbal communication. When the two are in conflict, we naturally trust the non-verbal cues more. But beyond communication, there is mounting evidence that touch itself has healing properties. When you place your hand over an area of pain, the body responds by activating its natural healing mechanisms. Nerve endings in the skin detect this touch, sending signals to the brain that trigger the release of healing hormones such as oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This process demonstrates how intimately connected our minds and bodies are, and how touch can serve as a bridge between the two. In Ayurvedic practices, the hands are believed to contain numerous energy centers called mama points. These points regulate the flow of prana, the life force energy, throughout the body. By gently stimulating these points through touch, practitioners can restore balance to the body's energy system and promote healing on both a physical and emotional level. While the physical movements of our hands play an important role in energy healing, there is an even deeper layer to explore: intention. In spiritual and energy healing traditions, intention is everything. The energy we channel through our hands is deeply influenced by our thoughts, emotions, and awareness. To unlock the full psychic potential of your hands, you need to combine mental energy, emotional energy, and focused awareness. The first step is to set a clear and focused intention. Whether you are healing yourself or another person, your mind must be fully committed to the purpose. You might say to yourself, "I am going to heal with my hands." This mental affirmation serves as a blueprint for the energy you are about to channel. The second step is to engage your emotions. Healing is not just a mechanical process, it's an emotional one. As you prepare to channel energy, allow yourself to feel deeply the emotions of love, compassion, and healing. These emotions act as fuel for the energy you will direct through your hands. Finally, the third and most crucial element is awareness. You must be fully present in the moment, conscious of every movement, every sensation. As you move your hands, whether over yourself or another, feel the energy flowing through them. Be aware of the subtle shifts in the body and the environment around you. This heightened state of awareness amplifies the healing process, making your hands powerful instruments of transformation. Now that we've explored the theory behind the psychic power of hands, let's move on to practical exercises you can use to awaken this energy and put it into practice. Exercise 1. The energy circuit, uniting heart and mind. Begin by placing your hands together in front of your chest, at the height of your heart center. This position, often seen in religious practices such as prayer, is more than a gesture of humility or devotion. It creates an energy circuit, connecting the left and right sides of your brain, which govern logic and creativity. By bringing your hands together, you integrate these two aspects of yourself, generating a flow of mental energy through your hands. As you hold your hands together, focus on the present moment. Breathe deeply and feel the energy circulating between your palms. Stay in this position for at least 1 minute, fully aware of the sensations in your hands. This simple exercise helps to balance your internal energy and prepare your hands for healing work. Exercise 2. Rubbing the hands, activating the energy vortices. The next exercise involves rubbing your hands together to activate the energy vortices in your palms. This is a common technique used in energy healing practices to amplify the flow of energy. To begin, rub your hands together briskly for about 1 to 2 minutes, generating heat and friction. As you do this, imagine the energy in your body collecting in your hands, ready to be directed for healing. Once you've generated enough heat, stop and hold your hands a few inches apart. You should feel a subtle tingling sensation between your palms. This is the psychic energy building up. To test its power, try moving your hands closer together and then farther apart. Notice how the energy feels. It might be warm, magnetic, or even pulsating. This exercise is a powerful way to activate the psychic potential in your hands. Exercise 3. Ethereal massage, healing without touch. For this exercise, you will practice the art of healing without physical contact. This technique is similar to a massage, but is performed by moving your hands a few inches above the area that needs healing. Begin by rubbing your hands together to activate the energy vortices, as in the previous exercise. Then, place your hands over the area you wish to heal, whether it's your own body or someone else's. As you move your hands slowly in a clockwise direction, focus on the energy flowing from your hands into the area you are working on. Imagine this energy harmonizing and balancing the body's energy field. If you're healing a headache, for example, gently move your hands in circular motions above the person's head, visualizing the energy clearing away tension and restoring balance. Continue this for about 5 minutes. Then ask the person how they feel. Many people report feeling immediate relief from pain or tension after just a few minutes of this ethereal massage. Exercise 4. Psychometry, seeing with your hands. In this advanced exercise, you will practice psychometry, the ability to gain information about an object, place, or person through touch or proximity. This exercise trains you to see with your hands by sensing the subtle energy fields around an object. To begin, find an object you are unfamiliar with, or ask someone to hide an object from you. Close your eyes or use a blindfold for better results. Hold your hands over the object without touching it. Stay fully focused on the present moment and be open to any impressions that come to you. These might include subtle sensations of texture, temperature, or even colors and shapes. Over time, you'll begin to develop a heightened sensitivity to the energy fields around objects, allowing you to sense information that is not immediately visible to the physical eye. Your hands hold an incredible potential, not just for physical tasks, but as powerful instruments for healing and transformation. By understanding the deeper geometry of life, the subtle energy fields that surround us, and the science behind touch, you can begin to awaken the psychic power of your hands. Whether you are healing yourself, helping a loved one, or simply exploring the vast possibilities of energy work, the key lies in combining intention, emotion, and awareness. As you practice these techniques, remember that healing is not just about fixing physical ailments. It's about balancing energy, restoring harmony, and reconnecting with your inner self. In this way, healing becomes a journey of self-discovery, a path that leads not only to physical health, but to spiritual awakening and deeper understanding of the universe. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the hidden power in your hands. I invite you to continue practicing, experimenting, and unlocking the full potential of your hands as tools of healing, creation, and transformation. If you enjoyed this journey and want to explore even deeper mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and be the first to receive new insights and practices that will support you on your spiritual path. Let's continue this transformative journey together.